if I'm earning 11,000 rand, guess which car I would buy?
I'm not sure about the Kia. Someone told me that apparently some school teachers, like in the Kasi, they because the salary is like 15,000 rand a month from the government, right? Some of them would drive something like a BMW 318i or 320i or even a Golf 7 GTI. Mara, their salary is 15,000.
Your premium will also be at the top 3 because they know that you are driving a car which is most likely to get stolen.
True.
So you are going to pay an amount of money equivalent to the danger associated with that car.
I'll definitely recommend something like a Kia Sonet, 300,000 rand. We can also look.
So you're looking for something like that? Something that is going to grab their attention.
A Polo. What can we do? It's very popular in the Kasi. It's very popular in the towns. It's very popular everywhere in South Africa. Nothing we can do. No one can dethrone the Polo from being the go-to car for a young girl, 25 years of age, working. Most certainly, I'd recommend the Suzuki Swift. Driven that car before. It's actually quite nice for a nice small car, affordable.
I'll call them about no strings attached. So let me call them about no strings attached.
Yeah, 25 to 35,000. Family man. I would recommend the Chery Tiggo 8. Also, the Chery Tiggo 8. What's that other car I'm actually liking recently? The Cheto X70 Plus. That car's very beautiful. People get that car.
So then I was looking at it, I was like, okay, so if I have to attend meetings and I want to come out of a vehicle that has respect, I was like, Kia Sportage 2024 at the time. Then I compare it with Haval.
See, because you even sometimes see people drive your Mercedes AMG C63 W205 and it'll be have a dent on the side. You'll be like, Musi, you're driving a car that is very expensive, which means you have the money to afford it. Make sure you inspect it, because most cars are actually built to run, like most body, like not just the body parts, the car itself in general, they're just built to run 100,000 kilometers. Once you get to 100,000 kilometers, things start breaking. If you feel like my premiums are too high, put this car under your father, go ahead, do that, or your uncle, whoever, put it under their name, insure it under them. The premiums will be extremely low, which is quite nice.
And I realize it's very easy to get in an accident because of just tire pressure.
Because the car just feels off. Yeah, just feels off all the time.
So imagine getting in an accident simply because of tire pressure.
Literally.
Okay, so guys, so if you want to buy a car, or for a person who recently got a job, if you got a job recently and you want to buy a car, guess which car I'll buy. If I'm earning 11,000 rand, guess which car I'll buy.
11,000 a month.
Generally, yes.
11,000 rand a month. You have to get something really used up, like something above 100,000 kilometers. Most likely a Polo. I'm not sure about the Kia Picanto because those tend to be very expensive. But yeah, 11,000 a month. Forget about a car.
There are people actually
that do that.
I came across some people who are earning that low, but buying vehicles.
Oh, I've also.
You know what they do?
Yeah,
they'll take away the balloon,
the balloon payment.
Exactly, and then they will, instead of you paying this thing for 5 years, they can push it up to 7 years.
Yeah.
So in that way, it lowers your monthly installment. So you have a car.
Because I remember someone told me that apparently some school teachers, like in the Kasi, they because the salary is like 15,000 rand a month from the government, right? Some of them would drive something like a BMW 318i or 320i or even a Golf 7 GTI. Mara, their salary is 15,000, which then they get these cars, as you say, balloon payment. They'll take those. And some of them, probably most of them, don't even have insurance, which is quite scary because, at 15,000 rand a month, you drive a Golf 7 GTI. If that crashes, you can't fix it at all. So, yeah, I mean, you shouldn't be going to those lengths, but I mean, at that kind of a salary cap, you definitely need to get something pretty much used up. Like, yeah, and a balloon payment, I would agree with. Just that you'll have to be quite disciplined, because if you're not, yeah, you'll be paying forever with that car.
Okay, let's create a picture, because somebody will say, you guys are talking. Yeah, we need a car, because there are indeed situations where you do feel that, I need a car. I need a car. So currently I'm Ubering around. Right now, I went to Douglasdale, Uber, came back, Douglasdale Foreign Police Station, Uber. You understand? Now I'm going to go back to my house, Uber. You understand? So, you can feel it. Sometimes you can feel it. So somebody will say then, so I needed a car. So in return, then I have to make a plan. Mind you,
Yeah.
you are saying you shouldn't be owning a vehicle if you are earning 10K, because and I understand where you're coming from.
Yeah.
You are simply saying affordability. I'm
Yeah.
not saying this out of jealousy, but I'm saying this because affordability becomes key, right?
True.
For now, let's entertain affordability. I'll come back to what my initial question.
Okay.
When you're looking at me wanting this vehicle, and I've got valid reasons, but you're speaking about, look, you are saying to me, don't buy the vehicle because of affordability. Let's explain that, because somebody will say, but you guys are just talking. What is affordability?
So when you afford a car, obviously it needs car, because a car is like, how can I put it? A car is like a baby. Babies are very expensive, and cars are very expensive, because when you buy a car, you don't just go to a dealership and say, I'm taking this Golf GTI, walking out of here, it's paid 800,000, good. You have to think about insurance, car tracker, petrol, because petrol is very important, because a lot of people will be like, I'm paying monthly installment, even a monthly installment or just cash, whatever payment structure you made for yourself. You'll be like, petrol, won't think too much about it. But then when you start driving the car, after a while, you start to feel it. You're like, hey, you want to manage. These petrol prices are not doing it for me. And you sometimes even spend like 5,000 rand a month. People even spend more on petrol every month, because some people travel for work. Some not even just work, like travel from here to from Joburg to Nelspruit to Joburg, Durban, all those kind of places. So the insurance, car tracker, petrol. Then this is something someone actually taught me, that when you buy a car, you must first think about, if a tire goes, can I wake up now and go buy it? Because a car like a BMW M4, one of my favorite cars, is that if a tire blows on that car, it's not going to be 1,000 rand, it's not going to be 2,000. You're probably looking for one tire, 5,000 rand plus, even 10,000, because of the tire, the type of tire it is. Because some of them have like the Cup 2s and the very sporty ones for track or speeding and all those kind of things. So those are the kind of things, tires as well, and brake pads and discs. Because unfortunately there is no insurance on planet Earth that, maybe if there is one out there, but in South Africa there isn't one that exists that insures brake pads and discs, which is kind of a bummer. But yeah, so those are the kind of 5 factors I always talk about: insurance, car tracker, tires, brake pads and discs, and petrol.
Okay. By the way, I once met a lady. She was driving at the time. She did not have a vehicle, so she's telling me a story. She's like, "Hey, Bongs, do you know that I was driving a BMW X6?" She showed me the car. It's parked. She's like, "You know what? I can't fix this thing. This thing is expensive." And okay. So now I'm like, okay, Angel, when you were owning this vehicle, give me the expenditures. She's like, if I were to drive because she was around Mall of the South. So she was like, if I were to drive from here towards Centurion, so obviously you'll pass Mitran and the traffic there. She's like, sometimes you will spend more than 5 liters on a traffic. So just the fuel consumption alone, she was like, I wish somebody told me. 2, the car, what you are saying right now, there was mechanical breakdown. She took the car. Somebody came and did whatever they needed to do just to get an estimate.
True.
She was like, no, I'm cool. Keep it like this. I'm not going in. So it was nice to drive the car.
Yeah.
Whilst the car was drivable.
Yes.
But as soon as the car break down, she couldn't anymore. But even before then, she was struggling fuel-wise, which is something that people don't consider. They just buy a car because the car is sexy.
True.
And then until you have to visit the petrol station now and again, then you realize the car is expensive. But now let's create a picture again.
Yeah.
There's a person name, entry level. Give me a 15,000 rand salary. Let's attach a car on a 15,000 rand salary. What will be a recommended vehicle? But please don't mention Polo. I don't know why. Hi guys, me, I hate two cars, two brands. I've got serious hate. VW, Polo, and the likes. Toyota. Etios, Toyota Corolla, Quest, Fortuner, the Baki.
But Fortuners, those are great though.
Yeah, they're great. Until the boys until the boys comes and knock on your door. The problem with those vehicles is, I can tell you now with certainty that you are most likely to get hijacked, or you are most likely to get it stolen while it was on a parking lot.
Yeah, cars that have that kind of energy. I don't know how to comment on that one because it's like I mean every car, not every car, but most cars get stolen nowadays. And as you know, I'm at Fortuners, Hiluxes, they at the top there because they're wanted everywhere. So it's a bit of a tricky one because like how do you tell someone not to get a Toyota Hilux? I mean, it's very reliable, durable, strong. It's great for almost anything, daily driving, off-roading, take it across South Africa, whatever. So and also those cars last for very long. I mean, you've seen Boy Jacobas drive those things. One from 2008. It's 2025. They're still driving it. But yeah, it's that thing of, the whole crime around these cars. You can't really. It's like it's very difficult to explain it. Let
me tell you what.
It's very difficult to explain it.
Let me tell you
how
something.
to even justify it.
Those cars. If you want to disagree with me in the comments and say whatever you want to say, do me a favor. Check the stats. Check the most hijacked vehicle in South Africa. Starting from this year, if the state was released this year. Go back as far as 10 years. Look at the top 5 cars on your stats. You'll be amazed. VW and Toyota.
Are at the top.
Ford Ranger. Hey. They are always competing for top 3. Those 3. Toyota, Fortuner, Toyota, it's Fortuner, the Baki, then followed by Quest, your Etios, your Corolla, what. Then VW, Polo, Golf 7. Most of the time they will hijack you on Golf 7.
Yeah.
They don't want to take it while it was on the parking. Those dynamics. But the bottom line is that those 3 will always sit around top 3, if not top 4. Yeah. So my reasoning comes from that. Also, I was once hijacked. And these guys told me straight, why are you driving these cars? Because we are looking for these cars. Why are you driving these ones? Yeah.
Because Toyotas and VWs are very prominent all over Africa. I don't know if you ever saw, there was I can't remember which country it is. I don't want to be incorrect with this. But there was a war somewhere in Africa, like a civil war in a country. And apparently, or allegedly, Toyota was allowed this country to buy new Toyota vehicles, like the more commercial ones, to modified for military grade and all of that. So yeah, those cars are wanted everywhere around Africa. So that's what I'm saying. It's a bit of a tricky situation because the cars are great, but then at the same time, I understand the whole theft thing. I mean, have a car track, have insurance. They steal it, they'll give you a new one. But at this point, what can you do?
But you're also going to, what we need to mention here is the fact that, for the fact that I'm saying those cars are always around the top 5, top 3, your premium will also be at the top 3 because they know that you are driving a car which is most likely to get stolen. True. So you are going to pay an amount of money equivalent to the danger associated with that car. But let's go back. Let's create a picture anyway.
Yes, let's go back to that.
15,000 salary. what would you recommend? What I like about your content, you've always been this person who will give you a different option. You're like, hey, how did this guy think about this option? So you will be like, tell me why. Then you bring a different option. So let's create an option for a person, a good 20,000 rand.
20,000.
15 to 20.
15 to 20 is
Yeah.
nice. 15 to 20 is nice. Balloon payment included?
Let's start with balloon payment.
Okay, we include a balloon payment.
Yes.
Obviously, we have to create a profile around
Yes.
you because I believe nowadays buying a car is no longer, especially with the economy, it's no longer about, hey, me, I want a GLE, hey, me, I want an M4. Nah, it's not about that anymore. It's about what you can afford and what works
Correct.
well within your budget or your salary cap
Correct.
itself. So obviously, you have to create a profile. Okay, 15 to 20,000. What are you? Are you a family guy? Are you a family woman?
Hey, they don't care these ones. You'll find a family person driving a Polo. You're like, but you are a family person.
You have kids, you know, all
Exactly.
these things.
They don't care. They don't think about it.
True. So you have to create a profile for yourself because people DM me. Actually, they DM me quite a lot. Like there was a guy who DM me not long ago asking he wanted to buy a car at a budget of 1.3 million rand. He wanted something, the performance, an SUV, and 1.3 million rand budget price. And I recommended him. Well, he asked me about the BMW X3. I think was the M40i. Can't remember. It should be the M40i. But he asked me, okay, this is what I want. What do you think? Is there any other options I can look into? I recommended him the T1R and the Audi SQ5, which is actually quite underrated, that SUV, which also plays in that ballpark, and it sounds amazing, great performance as well. So yeah, so as we build that profile, we start with, okay, who are you? What do you do, right? 15 to 20,000 rand a month. Where do you stay? Okay, 15 to 20,000 rand a month. I stay in the Kasi.
Yes.
Okay, and then are you a family man? We make a.
They
we'll
don't
build a
care.
more-
We are. It's even difficult for me to
Yeah.
say. Let's consider that because
Yeah.
majority of them, I'm telling you, you see a person, you're like, you should be driving a family car.
True.
What are you doing in this thing?
Sure,
So that's
exactly.
something like this ones. They don't care.
Okay, so a family man, performance out of the picture, you can't get a performance car at that price range at your salary cap. Then we look at your, what is this thing? Damn, forgetting a word. So then we look at between plug-in hybrid or just petrol, because now we have plug-in hybrids with the Chinese cars. We look at those ones as well as they are new available. Okay, you want a plug-in hybrid or you just want a petrol car? Okay, I just want full-on petrol. Right, perfect. You commute to work and home, yeah. And you also commute to any other places. Yeah, I travel around the country, or I even travel to the villages. Okay, perfect. Now we have that profile. Then a car that I would recommend for someone with that kind of a profile is your budget should be no more than 300,000 rand. Your monthly payments should not exceed above 7,000. But I mean, if you have the balloon payment, obviously you can cut that in half and then pay the rest later. So then obviously let's cut that, let's say 7,000 rand, we cut that in half. Then most certainly I would recommend something like a Jeto, J-Eco. Well, those are plug-in hybrids. Sorry. I'm now changing my statement. Petrol, looking at petrol, I'll definitely recommend something like a Kia Sonet, 300,000 rand. We can also look at, I know you don't like Hilux, but there are Hiluxes that below 300,000 rand.
Let's give it to them.
Yeah.
They want it.
They want it. So
But they
300,000
will pay a
rand.
lot of premium.
Yeah, you can get a Hilux, but just that most of them will probably get a higher mileage. You can get some of the like the 2018 Hyundai Tucsons. Those ones, they're still actually quite good. Even some of the Kia SUVs that are like probably above 80,000 kilometers, you can get them at that ballpark. And then, yeah, I recommend mainly those kind of SUVs: Hyundai, Kia, Toyota. Yeah, those three.
But if I'm not a family man,
Not a family man, you want something a performance car.
I don't know, a young guy is looking to drive something around, I would call it something, because that person is most likely to buy a Polo. So they're looking for something that will take them in and out. And, Polo, they say, Polo usatan qobolo waka. Others, they are saying, girls, when they see the VW, they go crazy. So they're looking for something like that. Something that is going to grab their attention.
A Polo, what can we do? It's very popular in the cars. It's very popular in the towns. It's very popular everywhere in South Africa. Nothing we can do. No one can dethrone the Polo from being the go-to car for either you're a young person or it's your first car or you just wanted something affordable in a sense.
Okay.
So, yeah, we can't dethrone the Polo. Polo will always be at the top. I'll fight it till the end of time. But, yeah.
All right. Let's go to this person there. Salary bracket. Okay, wait. There's something that we are not doing. We're not doing justice here.
Which
A
is
female.
a female.
Yeah. Some of them, they don't want to drive the Polo, but they've got their own cars. And females, sometimes they'll choose a car. You're like, because it's not about us.
Yeah.
It's about them.
Yeah.
Let's create a profile for them.
Okay. So let's make it a young woman who just got her first job, started working, first salary, 15 to 20,000 rand a month. We'll throw in a balloon payment into that because, you're probably going to want to find your own place as well. A young girl, 25 years of age, working. Most certainly, I recommend the Suzuki Swift. Driven that car before. It's actually quite nice for a nice small car, affordable. Recommend a Kia Picanto. Get it secondhand, used, about 50,000 kilometers because most of them are very expensive when they're new, probably all of them. Kia Sonet, I don't know why I keep referring to Kia Sonet, but it's quite a nice car actually. I quite like it. But some people are like, I'm not feeling it, but it's very prominent in Cape Town. I've been seeing it quite a lot. And I checked the price, like, 50,000 rand, 300,000 rand. It's actually sitting in a perfect space. Then, what's that other Kia? The real problems, ladies, don't get that. Please do not get that thing. If you want to get a proper Kia, get a Picanto, leave the Rio. I'm not sure if IKEA probably makes small cars anymore, but yeah, the Picanto's been one of their famous cars. Oh, then you can also get the Toyota Starlet and the Suzuki Fronx as well. Yeah.
Let's move to the second bracket now.
Nice. Nice.
25 to 35K a month. It's my net.
Now we're
net?
playing.
Okay, yeah, let's give it a net.
Yeah, after
We
taxes.
start with males.
Males. Young person or working person? Young person or family man or
It's
what?
difficult. Let's accommodate both. Let's say young. Okay, no. Oof, I'll call them about no strings attached. So let me call them about no strings attached.
Yeah,
And then let's accommodate about I'm a family man.
family man.
Between the two.
Okay, let's start with the bachelors.
Yeah.
So the bachelors at that ballpark, definitely get yourself a Golf GTI. I'm not going to even sweat it. Get a Golf GTI. Reason being, it's Volkswagen, very reliable. Yes, they have their own issues, but especially go for the Golf 7 GTI, Golf 7 and Golf 7.5 GTI, because those ones, they're dropping in price because of the Golf 8 being around. And well, some of them not really, but some they are dropping. And then what else about the car? It has all the performance you need, very fun, get all the ladies, because that's why they want them, for the ladies. But yeah, definitely get a Golf 7. I don't know, just Golf 7.5 GTI, it's always the perfect one. Because the Golf 8 GTI, I think people should just wait it out. Because even right now in the market, they are, like the VW does sell a lot of Golf 8 GTIs, but there's still a lot of them in the market. And also VW just came up with a Golf 8.5 GTI, which it's going to be quite a weird situation. I'm still like analyzing it and tracking it and seeing what's happening all around that. So yeah, and I made a video about it on the theory that the Golf 8 GTI itself, 8.0 GTI itself might actually quite suffer. But yeah, let's now move on to the family man.
Yes.
25 to 35,000.
Yes.
Okay, 25 to 35,000 family man.
Yes.
Definitely, yeah. I would recommend two cars, actually. I would recommend the Chery Tiggo 8. Also, the Chery Tiggo 8, what's that other car I'm actually liking recently? The Cheeto X70 Plus. That car is very beautiful. People should get that car. If you're not getting that car, I don't know what you're doing. But definitely go for that. 3 cars I recommend: Tiguan, Jetto X70 Plus, and the Chevy Tiggo 8. Those 3, family man.
Okay.
Perfect.
Let's go for the ladies now.
For the ladies, bachelors, young ladies, definitely go for the...
Let's accommodate 2 classes there.
Yeah. We'll start with the bachelors, then we'll
Yeah.
move to the family ladies.
Yes.
To the mommy cars.
Abo, mother of 2.
Mother of 2.
Mother of 1.
Strong, independent, and I don't need a man.
Yeah.
So definitely go for... Because I was actually shocked. I was helping my brother look for a car. He's young, he's in varsity, just started first year. And we actually found that the Mercedes A200, Mercedes-Benz A200, is actually quite good with the fuel efficiency. Like, it's actually quite good MPG or KM or just MPG. Like, the fuel efficiency is actually quite good. Is close in comparison to your Golf 8 TSI, your Golf 7 TSI. I was actually quite shocked at A200. So ladies, get that one. As your, if you want something with some bit of class. Then if you don't want to, go like, you just want something a bit more subtle, something a bit more chilled, bachelor, you just started out 25 to 35,000 Rand, I'd most certainly recommend, I don't recommend an Audi A3. I was about to say Audi A3 now. I'll go back to a Golf. Get a Golf TSI, Golf 7 TSI, or get the Golf 8 TSI if you can under balloon payment. Because the Golf 8 TSI is actually quite a beautiful car, 8.5 TSI. But the problem is the price is an issue. But that's a conversation for later. So, then the third car I recommend for the ladies to get is most certainly a BMW 118 Ti. Is it Ti, right?
I like that.
118 Ti.
I like that car.
Yeah, BMW 118 Ti. Balloon payment if maybe you have a house, an apartment, whatever. But yeah.
I like that car.
Now the family people, the family mother of 2. Independent. The ladies love what's that car? The Jetto is the C5, right?
Hey,
C5 or
guys,
C9.
ladies, what happened? You and the Omoda.
Omota C5, yes. Omota C5, yes. The Omota C5. Go for that one because the ladies love that. And I did test drive one of those. And damn, they're actually quite nice. I did test drive one of those. They're actually quite nice. And then I actually recommend 2 cars, family or a family woman at that salary cap, 25 to 35,000 Rand. The Omota C5 and the Jayco. Yeah, the Range Rover comparison, the Range Rover copycat, whatever they call it. But yeah, definitely those 2.
Okay, let me take you on here.
Yeah.
There's a lady I know.
Yeah.
So I asked her, why are you driving this, the cherry what?
Cherry.
Is it Tiggo?
Cherry
The one
Tiggo.
that is in our parking lot? The black
Cherry
one
Tiggo 8, yeah.
next to you.
Yeah, Cherry Tiggo 8.
Oh, sure. She's driving that car. And I asked her, why are you driving this vehicle? What influenced you to drive this vehicle? Because you young, She was like, you know what, this other day, I was driving around Midrand. Then she's like, I saw a taxi parked outside the road as I was approaching Khayalam. She's like, but as I'm approaching, I see that the more I get closer, it's the more these people are also, like, they are getting out of the taxi. It's like they are anticipating that should I get closer, then I was going to get hijacked. So she's like, when I was a little bit closer to the taxi, then I saw them, running towards me, and then I stopped, then they stopped. When I drove forward, they came. Then when I reversed, then they stopped. She's like,
They're about to hijack.
made a U-turn. She's like, I've been struggling with Polo TSI. Because she was driving a Polo TSI. She's like, I've been struggling with this vehicle. Everywhere I go, I need to be extra careful. She had some incidents before where they almost took the car when the car was on the parking lot. So here's those
the headlamps quite a lot here around Joburg. Yeah, especially the Polo GTI. Yeah.
So I'm saying, in what you are recommending, what do you say, or what's your take about that problem. The fact that, like I mentioned in the beginning, it's VW. And when you play around the Polo, the Golf 7, you know, you're walking into a den of thieves. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. So one other thing that I recommend to people, because I understand like we have preferences. Because something I said to someone was like, you know, I'm very happy that the Chinese cars have come in South Africa, you know, kind of taking over in a sense. But at the same time, as people, we still have our own preferences. Because I mean, I still love a BMW M4. Hate me or love me, it's up to you. I still love that car, no matter how expensive it will get. I'll still love that car. So as people, we have preferences, and obviously, when you recommend a car to someone, also try and find out, like, you know, like what does that person want exactly? Because they can want a Kia, they'll want a Range Rover, they'll want a Ford, whatever that may be. So sometimes it will be also okay for you as a person to kind of shift into something different. If, let's say, you're looking at a Range Rover Evoque, you're like, it's too expensive. And like you're looking at the finance deal, you know, you get a balloon payment, you're looking at the fact that, you know, you have kids, you're a mom, because moms normally drive Range Rover Evoques. It's not a stereotype. It's just what's happening out there. It's not a stereotype. It's just what's happening out there. So like you're looking at that kind of those people, you're like, I mean, it's very expensive to maintain this car, you know, because Range Rovers or Land Rover itself is quite known for having reliability issues. So you're like, you know, let me just shift. It's okay, just shift. Just shift, get something different, get yourself a nice Haval, you know, get yourself a nice Haval, H7 or H6. So there's nothing wrong in that. You can even get yourself a nice Kia Tucson. There's nothing wrong in that. So Julian Pro.
I know a stingy lady. Hey, don't come for me. She works somewhere. One of those top 4 banks. She's driving Nissan. What? Don't come for me. I didn't mention your name. You know yourself. But okay. Let's move now. We are between. We are adding 10K, so 35 to 45.
I mean, you're still playing in that same
bracket,
yeah. Because those people will probably go for those cars because now they have a higher salary cap after taxes. Because now it's like, I can comfortably afford it without the whole need of a balloon payment. Finance, paid off, 72 months, you're done. You're good. So like those people, they can comfortably afford those cars we mentioned.
So now, I once had this problem. And I was like, I wish there was a person that I can talk to. It was before I came across your content.
Yeah.
At the time, I was like, I wanted to drive something. One, I'm speaking on your behalf, guys. You see, I'm representing you. So a person who will walk into a meeting, for instance, and because it matters, I don't know, it shouldn't, but it matters. You know, what you are wearing, what you're driving, your phones. There's things that shouldn't be a problem, but they are a problem. So then I was looking at it, I was like, okay, so if I have to attend meetings, and I want to come out of a vehicle that has respect. I was like, Kia Sportage 2024 at the time. Then I compare it with Haval. It was Kia Sportage, Haval. I was not happy with what Hyundai was offering in that bracket. And then I forgot the other one. But I eliminated, the other ones got eliminated. So I was left with these 2 options.
Yeah.
And I found the Kia Sportage. Oh, the top of the range. Let's start, look, the lowest, Kia Sportage, the lowest was around 600 and something thousand. No sunroof. And just nice things. And they give you a bit of minimum in terms of the interior.
Yeah.
You understand? Then the one in the middle was around 700 and something thousand. And it had some things, but but the top of the range, just it's like you're sitting in an aeroplane. It is good. Oh man, the sunroof. But you're looking at a car that is close to 900,000.
Yeah.
because it was 860 something thousand, if not 40 something thousand. And then compared to Haval, same range, I found the Haval that it was ranging, the top of the range was around 500 and something thousand.
Yeah. 560, 570.
But then I had a problem. Somebody asked me this question and I couldn't answer.
Yeah.
This person said, have you done your research around if this vehicle was to break down now?
Yeah.
How will you fix this vehicle?
True.
Where will you get the parts? And I know some stubborn individuals, they were like, but it's a new car, so I'm going to take it back. Well, I've got 2 incidents. Practical example. A sister of mine bought a Volvo.
Yeah.
That car, I don't know what happened. It had problem. So she took the car back to Volvo. It took more than 6 months for Volvo to fix that thing. Volvo SA. It took more than 6 months because they had to order the parts from overseas. Another story. Around 2000, just before COVID-19,
Yeah.
a certain person was driving a Suzuki Ciaz.
Yeah.
He had an accident around Grayston Drive, Sentin. The front headlines, the one on the left, was damaged, seriously damaged, and that part. So it took the car to Penal Beta. The car would have been ready within 3 weeks. But the parts, Suzuki SA had to order the parts from overseas.
Yes.
They ordered wrong parts. Arrived after 3 months, they had to order the right parts. He got his car somewhere around 7 months.
Yes.
That's when he got his car back. In between, he has been paying.
Yeah.
The bank wants their money. Now, so one will say, how can I reconcile this? The fact that Kia Sportage is charging me exorbitant amount of money, while Haval is charging me a reasonable amount of money.
Yeah.
But the problem is I can't answer this question. And it goes back to the Cherry as well and the Jetro as well.
Yeah.
My worry is, how do we reconcile that? Consider the fact that not long ago, there was an article that was released by Auto, it's called Auto what? On Google. They've got an article that they released. Auto what?
What's auto car?
I'm not sure, but it's
There's
Auto.
a lot of motor like automotive newsletters and all of that.
Yeah, I read one of them. Early 2025. They said that the Chinese vehicles still have a problem in South Africa. They don't have parts. It's called what? Aftermarket parts. They don't have those things. So in your recommendation, my mind was like, ooh, we struggled with brands such as Volvo. We struggled with brands such as Suzuki. Brand that has been in South Africa far too long. But and just to motivate my statement.
Yeah.
Do you know that Volvo? Have you seen a Volvo, second-hand Volvo? Have you seen how cheap these cars are?
Yeah, they're very cheap.
Because you can't get
the parts. Yeah.
You know, so Volvo SA is struggling. And let me make my story even worse. At some point, Ford Figo in South Africa, people struggled. Do you know that Ford Ranger, Bug, few years ago, people struggled to get parts with Ford Ranger. So you've got quite a number. I went to AutoZone.
Yeah.
Jimiston.
Yeah.
I found Nissan NP200, about 3 to 4 of them parked. All those cars, they belong to AutoZone. Then I asked one of them, why? They were like, hey, difficult to get the parts. Mind you, they are selling parts, but they can't easily get parts.
Yes.
So in everything that you are saying, especially the Chinese vehicle,
yes,
I'm worried about the parts, aftermarket parts.
Yeah. So I did have a conversation with someone who works at these Chinese dealerships, Hijacking and stuff. And there was also an article, I can't remember, an article was a podcast. I think I saw an article was a podcast between the two, where they spoke about that they ordered over 50 million rand worth of parts into South Africa for these vehicles. So when we recommend these Chinese vehicles, and I know it's a very scary thing for a lot of people because they're very new. That's why going back to the Polo is very famous because if the Polo breaks down now, you can go to a scrapyard. If something breaks or anything, go to a scrapyard, find that part for way cheaper than what VW would sell it for. which is why the Polo is also very prominent and popular in South Africa. But then when we're coming back now to these Chinese cars, so what they've done right, why they becoming so popular, taking over dealerships, because a lot of Volvos are actually losing a lot of ground in South Africa. So now what they've done was that they came with this marketing or just this branding idea of branded this idea to us as South Africans that we are very reliable. We won't break down. We won't have issues. That's why we're giving you extended warranty. We're giving you all this warranty up to 120,000 kilometers. Warranty for anything that breaks. If something breaks, if the entertainment system doesn't work, then obviously you bring it back to us. We'll fix it for you for free because it's under warranty at that moment. And then also when they came to South Africa, also they told us that most of these cars they actually have parts from your Mercedes, your BMWs, your Ford, and all these big manufacturers that exist around the world, the European manufacturers. Because I think it's a Chery, I'm not sure, I think it should be the Chery, that has a steering wheel of a Mercedes.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay. So there are parts, there's everything that these cars are built around, it's built from parts that they already sell to your Mercedes, your BMWs, and so on, Audis and all of that. So that's why they're reliable. Yes, there have been articles of some of them breaking down and suspension issues and so forth. But most of them so far, they've had a good reputation. That's why they're so popular. People are buying them. People are shifting to them. It's a much better option for many people out there because it's this car will last me for a very long time. Plug-in hybrid, fuel efficiency, very cheap for this kind of a car because SUVs are very expensive in South Africa from your European manufacturers or just Western manufacturers per se. So yeah, they came in and knew what they were doing. They told us that these cars are these cars, they come with this very same steering wheel you're seeing here. It's from a Mercedes, and you see it. It is from a Mercedes, and you're like, oh, okay, nice. Oh no, it's the Jetour X70 Plus. Sorry, yes, it has a Mercedes steering wheel, the Jetour X70 Plus. Now remember, it has a Mercedes steering wheel, which is actually quite shocking. I was like, wait, what? This is crazy work. And then obviously, what are the Chinese normally known for when it comes to building cars? Reliability, which is coming to Toyota. And Toyota, I'm not sure about Lexus, but Toyota, mainly to just Toyota actually. But yeah, so they came in, they knew what they were doing. They told us that these cars are very reliable. The engine sizes, the 1.5 liters, 2 liters. I don't think there's anything above 2 liter. Told us that, the parts will be easier to get into South Africa. Obviously gave us extended warranty and warranty for service up to 120,000 kilometers, which is quite attractive for a lot of people in South Africa. And also being a plug-in hybrid makes it more fuel efficiency because then it means for an SUV like a Chery, I'm not sure if a Chery is a plug-in, but let's make the Haval, the Julian Pro, those are plug-in hybrids. Obviously for that kind of a car at that size, you probably pay 1,000 Rand or 1,002, which is the same full tank you would pay for your normal Golfs, your A200s, your Audi A3s. For small cars, for that kind of a car, 1,200 a month for a full tank. It's quite attractive. Plug-in hybrid also helps you, when you're driving, just to save fuel and those kind of things. So yeah, they actually came in and just did their thing. That's why they're taking over. That's why they're also just so easy to recommend. And I haven't heard of anything negative about them in terms of parts. If there is an article out there, people can share it with me. But I haven't really seen any, I've heard people that, mention their bad experiences and things like that. So, yeah.
I'm thinking. There's a person I know. Let's play around the second hand because that's what I'm thinking. There's a person I know. But I warned her. But I warned her. She just didn't listen to me. I was like, yeah, lady, this is going to be your first car. And you are buying a second-hand car. But listen to this. She bought a second-hand car from a reputable, and now I'm saying with inverted commas, reputable
dealership.
Yes. Guess what? Hyundai Tucson from Hyundai, Germiston. She found the vehicle. It didn't take me even 5 minutes. I realized that the vehicle, this one, was fixed by an amateur. The painting,
Yeah.
I could tell. Just by the painting, I could tell that this car was fixed by an amateur.
Amateur, yeah.
2, the suspension. Oh, it was messed up. We took this car for wheel alignment. That car was a disaster. This car was shaped almost like this. They said we did what we did. It was like this. It's almost like this. Never straight. But you bought this car from a reputable brand.
Dealership.
And you're thinking these people are selling good stuff. But that's not the case. So let's talk about second-hand vehicles. Because, at that rate, look, what you're saying, let's say, for instance, a 20,000 salary person would be like, I can drive a car that belongs to the 40,000 rand salary bracket,
Yeah.
but a second-hand.
Second-hand, yeah.
Is there no danger?
There is. Because now when you obviously go, as you say, you buy a car for someone a car that belongs for 40,000 rand person a month, but now you are there earning 20,000. There is a danger because as I've said earlier, tires, brakes, brake discs, insurance, petrol, mechanical failures, and especially if you're not insured and you scratch it or you bump somewhere. That's why I see a lot of people drive with cars that have dents all around them or crashed somewhere on the side. You're like, why is this person driving this car? What's wrong with them? And stuff like that. But the reality is they can't afford it, which comes back to that whole thing of affordability. Because you even sometimes see people drive your Mercedes AMG C63 W205 and it'll have a dent on the side. You'll be like, Musi, you're driving a car that is very expensive, which means you have the money to afford it. But then it comes back to a thing of actually, no, you can't afford it because you just bought a car that is higher for your salary cap and you're just killing yourself because now you have this car dented, you can't fix it. They say the side fender, the wing, the side fender is like 100,000 rand itself. And you're thinking a million times, you didn't insure it. And now you're just sitting there like, yeah, problems. So yeah, you always have to afford it because once you can't, because sometimes like the used cars, that's why I always recommend people to not go above 80,000 rand for a used car.
What do you mean 80,000 rand?
Sorry, 80,000 kilometers. My mistake. 80,000 kilometers for a used car. If you do, make sure you inspect it because most cars are actually built to run like most body, like not just the body parts, the car itself in general, they're just built to run 100,000 kilometers. Once you get to 100,000 kilometers, things start breaking. A lot of things, they start breaking. That's how you see some cars like they look worn out or even like the body paint is like a bit dark. But you're like, this color is red. But this red is like a bit dark. When you ask a person, why is this red like this? They're like, man, it's because the car is old. Things like that because of time. So, I mean, depending on the manufacturer, you get different problems,
Oh,
so,
you're right.
Yeah, you get different problems. So that's why, like, always get something below 80,000 kilometers. Get motor warranty, guys. Please, I don't want to stress how much you should actually get motor warranty. That thing is so, it's the greatest decision you ever make, motor warranty. It's like to cover mechanical failures, electronic failures, things like that for your car. If something breaks down, covered, So, yeah, once a car gets to 100,000 kilometers, something breaks. Something will always break. Doesn't matter what it is. Something will always break, that's just how they're built. Because, obviously they want money. They want you to come back and 100,000 kilometers, I don't want it anymore. That's why a lot of cars, a lot of people get rid of their cars when they're at 100,000 kilometers because now it's like starting to experience issues or maybe a drop of performance or they don't feel as good when they were new from the beginning. Now it's like, I don't want this anymore. Or maybe it's like too old because, some manufacturers tend to release quite a number of cars that look quite fresh all the time. And now you start to feel like, my car is too old. I don't want it anymore. But yeah.
Okay. As we are talking, I'm thinking Way before COVID-19. Way before COVID-19. I bought a car.
Those were the times.
I bought a car. Guess what? I bought a vehicle. It was Ford Figo. I don't know whether I should say it's Ford Figo 2008, 9, 10. Around there. I bought that car around 2016, 17. I spent around 25,000 rand. I bought that car around Albertine Foot. I still remember. Guess what? Over 200,000 kilometers.
Still running fine.
Oh, perfect. I drove that car until like something happened. Yes, there were some mechanical issues there and there.
Something always breaks.
Yeah, but it was very much better than a lot of cars. We're talking about a car that was approaching 300,000 kilometers with minor issues. When I found the car, I found that the engine has never been opened. But when I bought the car, it was already over 200,000 kilometers. The engine
was never touched.
Never touched.
That's good.
Drove that car very quick on takeoff. Yeah, very powerful. You couldn't catch me. I couldn't. This other time, I drove that car because it was my first time. This thing is tiny, man.
Yeah.
I don't know. I thought the speedometer is not working. Drove in a 80 zone. I was driving at 180. I was like, this thing is not working because I couldn't feel it. I took the car to mechanic and I was like, hey, the speedometer is not working. So this thing is not working. This thing, what is not working here? And I'm like, if the police catch me, if they caught me driving at that speed, there's no negotiations. I would have been arrested. Because I thought this thing is not working. I couldn't feel this thing. But I'm saying at more than 200 and something thousand, over 200 and something thousand kilometers, that car is still driving perfectly fine. However, the problem with the car is with the parts. I remember later that car gave me a problem of alternator. When I said I went to AutoZone, Chimistin, it is because I was going around checking my parts.
Yeah.
Alternator to be specific. This is where the catch-22 comes in. I found that the alternator, a quantum, new, was 1,200 to 400. The alternator, that car, new, it was close to 4,000. So the car doesn't give you problems.
Yeah.
But when it does give you some problems, you pay more. Just one problem. Just one alternator. Nothing more, nothing less. I was like, you go around scrapyard, you can't find it.
Yeah.
You go around spares, you can't find it. AutoZone has it. But it's close to 4,000 rand. And they even made it worse. They showed me the alternator for a quantum, new one. 1,000, it was 1,200 rand. I'll have to pay around 3,400 and something rand for my alternator. For a car that is way older than a quantum. So I was just saying.
Yes.
When you say these cars have specific problems.
Yeah.
The specific thing. The Nissan NP200 was driving very well. But to get the parts, mind you, it was from Nissan. But to get the parts,
very difficult.
Yo.
Because like some of the, especially the Western manufacturers, as you mentioned earlier, with Volvo having issues, even Alfa Romeo.
Yes.
Is also another. Those guys are, their reputation is not
intact.
It's not intact at all. So like some of these Western manufacturers, they come with this idea. They have this thing of, because we've been around for long, or we created something that's, I would say, pretty whatever, something that's good, a good car, as they would say in their opinion or perspective, they would most certainly be very confident, like, this is a very good car. Alfa Romeo, whatever, Julian Quadrifoglio, it's a very great car. It's not going to give you problems. You're selling it. We, sending it to all over the world, sending it to South Africa. When it comes to parts, South Africans, we can, they'll call us. This car doesn't have problems. It doesn't give us problems. But then now, when the phone rings, they're like, hey, we have problem 1212. And now the parts are very difficult to get. That's why even Chevrolet left South Africa. because of what? The fact that their parts were very difficult to get, and their cars being bought in, like people buying their cars was like basically you were importing the car as you're buying it. They were very expensive, and the parts were also very difficult to get from America, because now this Chevrolet from America is like, no, our cars are very reliable because they're very reliable in their country, on their roads and everything like that. So I'm like, they'll be fine. We just send the cars over. Parts, just send a couple of things over. These cars are perfectly fine. That's why I actually want to mention Toyota CEO. Toyota CEO, I just forgot his name. Toyota CEO, the Toyota Yaris GR Sport, that tiny little thing. I think it's like 700,000, 800,000 rand. I actually agree with the price. He actually himself test drives that thing, like to basically break it when he's like putting it to durability tests and everything. He drives the car so much, like shifting it hard and, turning corners and putting it in all these different variations, especially like putting it through like rally type of driving and all of that, to basically break the car. Everything that breaks, he fixes it, makes it better. Until something doesn't break, then the car is like, now we can sell it. He actually himself test drives the Toyota Yaris GR Sport to break it. They break the car. That's why your Land Cruisers are very reliable, because some of these manufacturers, they test drive these cars to break them so that it looks good like for the public and things like that. And most certainly, the car will be very reliable. Won't have any issues. That's why Toyota is such a reliable car manufacturer, because some of these cars are test driven to be broken. Break them. This is broken, whatever, sure, we replace it with something better. Drive it, break it, okay, fix it, drive it, didn't break, perfect. Now it's being sold out to the public.
You're saying something quite interesting, ne? I once came across very interesting stats from Toyota.
Yeah.
It was said that each year, it's their policy. They spend around $2 billion on research alone.
They do.
And around Sentin. But I have to say it.
Yeah.
So one of the government department, fire department, there's one, I think that fire department, they're around Sentin, what.
Yeah.
I'm not sure. I wouldn't say it's the one in Sentin.
Yeah.
Because I know the one in Sentin as well. But, one of them.
Yeah.
So what they did, the government gave them old Toyota Land Cruiser. So they want something new.
Yeah.
They decide, let's break this thing. They drove it anywhere and anyhow they found until they got tired. That thing continued to drive. They drove to break it,
but it didn't break.
And in fact, it broke their spirit. And
True.
It remained the way it was.
True.
They got tired and continued to drive this thing. So you're right when you say with Toyota, you never go wrong. Durability.
Never
you never
go
go wrong. Never.
Ever.
I fully concur. With VW, what these guys have mastered, you can buy a Golf 7. If you want to replace specific parts, you will find that a part to a Golf 5 will fit in Golf 7.
6. Yeah, 6 and 7. Yeah.
Yes. Golf 6, the parts will fit.
in
You know what I'm
Golf-
saying?
yeah.
I once saw a guy who was there to buy a part to Golf 6. They gave him a part to Golf 5.
5.
He's like, no. They're like,
Don't worry.
if it doesn't fit, bring it back.
Like, yeah.
We know what you had. We heard you. You said Golf 6,
Yeah.
but we gave you this.
This part.
Just take this thing and fix it.
True.
Tell us if it doesn't fit, bring it back. We'll take it. We'll gladly take it. We know what we're doing. So I think they've mastered that thing. However, the problem is, but it also creates problems for us. Because if the engine, a Toyota Legend 45, fits into a Quantum, then the guys have a Quantum. They're like, my engine, my Quantum is a problem with the engine. Nice Toyota.
Yeah.
Let's go. repossess it at night. And they will repossess. So the problem is, it creates the problem of reposition. Repossessed vehicle. So they repossess them by fire, by force at night. Or sometimes when you are at the robot, they come and repossess your vehicle. They just want the engine. And they will take it. So I'm saying it creates that problem. Whilst they are trying to solve a problem, but it also creates more problems for us.
Yeah. Hey man, it's like
it's tough one.
It's a tough one. It's a tough one. Cause like Toyota is known for durability. Because like VW is like the entry level to premium. Basically.
Yes.
That's what I've seen about
yes,
them.
Yes.
That's why like especially the new Tiguan. Oh, very beautiful car. The R-Line especially, very, very beautiful car. Quite attractive. I hope they do release an R, like 4-pipe, everything, Golf R engine in there. But VW is like the premium entry to feel like, driving something with a bit of class. And because VW, I would say in terms of like reliability and all those things, number one is Toyota. Number two, I know a lot of people who have their own opinions. This is my opinion. Don't judge me. But number two has to be VW because the Polo, the Tiguans, the Golfs, and all of that. So these two manufacturers, they're basically they're the top in almost all parts of the world.
Yeah.
And as you mentioned in South Africa, obviously they have the problems of theft, because hijackings, these cars are very prominent for hijackings. So it's more like becomes more, because now it's becoming more of a risk to buy these cars, especially your Toyota Fortuner, your Legend 50s and all of that, your GD6 becomes more of a risk to buy these cars because now it's like you buy a Polo TSI, you go out there, 3 weeks later, stolen, gone. That time you just insured it. Now insurance is like, hey, brah, you just insured this car. What are we supposed to do? Like, we can't really give you a new car. I'm so sorry. Hey, Hardy, whatever, So, yeah, it's more of a risk, but people still buy them because VW, entry level to premium, and then Toyota, durability, reliable. You have zero issues. Take it everywhere, anywhere. You'll be fine. So I guess people they just really don't care about the whole crime thing around these cars. The stats, they're just like, hey man, as long as I drive a Toyota, they're reliable. This car will last me for a good 10 years. I'm happy. Oh, I drive a VW Polo. This car will last me for a good 5 to 10 years. I'm happy. It's very nice. Looks premium. I feel good. I feel some sense of class, whatever. Yeah. So.
But. Because I've got a friend who works at the police station. And this guy said to me, I'm glad you're not driving VW and Toyota most of the time. He was like, his police station is very funny, ne? They are not recovering cars which were stolen by people around their precinct. It's basically the next police station. So people, they steal from the precinct that belongs to the next police station.
Yeah.
But the victims, they get dumped from their precinct. So they always collect the victims. You understand?
Yeah.
Let me give you this picture. People will get hijacked around Vosloorus. Then the victims will be dumped towards Zonkezizo. So Zonkezizo police station collects the victims. And this guy was like, I can guarantee you, within a space of 2 weeks, I would have recovered one VW car, one VW vehicle. In every 2 weeks, I can guarantee you, I will recover one car.
Out of how many?
VW. Every 2 weeks. This other. Remember that Vosloorus was, at some point, was number one hotspot in South Africa in terms of hijacking.
Yeah.
So the victims were dropped in the prison that belongs to Zonkezizo police station. So they will always collect the victims, or the car sometimes will be collected by them. This other time, he was like, I saw the car. I was passing by the police station. I saw the car in their police tow truck.
Yeah.
He was like, you see the car you saw I was like, yeah, I'll tell you, that car was full of blood. He was like, it was a Golf, not the 7, but the Blue Motion. What? Just
yeah,
Golf
the
7, but the
Polos.
Blue Motion of some sort.
Blue Motion. Isn't it the Polos, the Blue Motion?
I don't know, but looks like Golf 7, but outside it will be written Blue Motion.
I think it's a Polos. I haven't seen a Golf.
But looks like Golf 7.
Yeah, I'm saying I haven't seen a Golf with the Blue Motion. I think it's a Polos. Yeah.
I think I saw something like that. I remember that car. The color of the car was white. It was like, the blood there. It was like the victims. The victim, when we look at the identity of the victim, he was hijacked around Albertine. And luckily, the victim was in the hospital.
Yeah.
Somewhere around. They wanted that car whilst he was driving the vehicle. So he was hijacked, but seriously injured. So the thing is, it's catch-22. In that durability, like we say, you can't argue. You can't argue
it, yeah.
Access to parts, you can
argue that.
You can go to Eastern Cape now and your car breaks down.
Yeah.
They will say, well, we once saw a car somewhere. There's a VW, go check.
Yeah, go check.
That family, there's a VW there. Go and check.
Parked there.
You'll find the parts. And you'll find a mechanic that is able to fix it.
That, yeah.
You'll drive back home. So that you are guaranteed to drive back home.
Yeah.
With your vehicle. No matter where you are.
True.
But also you are guaranteed
that it's
problems.
So obviously, these cars are like VW and Toyota, these car manufacturers buying these cars, it is a big risk for a lot of people. But as you've mentioned, specific areas, like most of these crimes happen in specific areas. But I mean, hijackings don't really happen in specific areas. They can happen almost anywhere. People can follow you. We've seen many videos on YouTube, people following you to your house and, whatever that situation may be. So as much as these cars are risky to buy because of hijackings and how prominent they are in those spaces, at the same time, it's like you can also avoid those spaces that are as hijack spots. You can avoid them as an individual. You can avoid not to go to area XYZ because if you drive here at night, your car is gone. Without question, without doubt, your car is gone. So, and at the same time, don't also buy don't buy a certain car that you know very well where you stay, it will get stolen. Because there's people that will stay in Ekasi or in the villages, they'll drive a GD6, especially GD6. If you stay in the Ekasi, you drive a GD6, it's gone. And especially if you don't have a gate or any, it's gone. GD6, gone. Toyota Hilux GD6, gone. No doubt about it. So just think about the car you're going to buy and be like, okay, I want a Toyota. Yes. But should I get a GD6 in Klalekas? No. Don't get that because you know very well. In 2 weeks' time, gone. Okay. Polo TSI, I know I'm always driving through this area and it's a hijack spot. Don't get that. You know very well, no. You're done for. So then you obviously look at the many SUVs that they currently have, the ID, something like that, the VW ID, something like that, and the other one, damn, I just forget these names. But those other like mid-size mini SUVs that they have right now at VW. So look at something like that. Look at your Golf. Even the Golf sometimes stay away because, but...
you're right. Not even sometimes. I'm surprised I saw a guy. I know this guy. He lives in somewhere around Tembisa.
Yeah.
He goes and buys Golf. I'm like, it's a man at the end of the day. Guess what? I'm talking to the sister, to the guy. He's like, hey, my brother. It was around past 6. He's like, my brother wouldn't fetch me at this time. The brother and the sister, they don't stay far apart.
Yeah.
They're still around Tembisa. It's like, my brother wouldn't fetch me at this time. At this time, he must be in his place.
Yeah.
Because he's driving a
Golf.
He's got 2 brothers. The other one is driving a Hyundai. Even at 8 p.m., this other one will come and fetch his sister. His sister.
Yeah.
Around 8 p.m. But that other one, never. So I'm like, this is my problem with people. We buy these cars that we want, we love.
Yeah.
But we're not mindful of where we will drive this vehicle, where we stay.
Yes.
Where are we most likely to drive this car or visit, at least? Because you can't buy this car and probably you are most likely to visit Mlazi. But you don't know what will happen when you drive.
Going to Matatiele somewhere, go to Eastern Cape, all those places like Apollo, like, come on.
I once watched a video where they interviewed a CEO,
Yeah.
one of the company tracker. He was like, I can guarantee you between, I think, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, if not Thursday, Friday, Saturday, between Centurion and Pretoria, a bakkie will get stolen. He says, I guarantee you the bakkie will get stolen.
Yeah.
One bakkie or at least will be stolen. And then he was like, if a bakkie like Toyota,
Yeah.
if you couldn't recover that vehicle in a space of a day, forget, you never recover that car. He's
No.
like, I know that car would have crossed the border. It's out of the country.
Yeah. It's gone.
Then he was like, if a Nissan NP200 is stolen, I can tell you where you will find it.
Yeah. Because then it ends up having those
He's like,
places
you will
where
find
they
it
know,
somewhere
yeah.
in KZN or some. Look, he names the places around KZN,
Yeah.
and he names places around Eastern Cape. Between those two, he was like, you are most likely to recover that car which was stolen here. You're most likely to recover that car between those areas.
True.
So, I get worried when people buy these cars and they're not cognizant of the risk and everything that comes with these vehicles.
Because, yeah.
For me, I always say, if I was married, I'll never buy my wife Golf 7.
True.
Because I know that car. They don't want that car uyipakile. Bafuna
Driver,
driver and uzoyibanika yona. Sebafike kahle. Left, right hand side, and those guys abadlali mas bafike kahle.
Hey. Yeah.
So uzobanika, so I was like, I wouldn't drive. I would never buy my wife a Golf 7. Never.
Yeah.
Forget. That's not going to happen. Not me. Now, it then takes me to this conversation. Have you ever asked yourself a question or came across someone who wants your advice? They want to buy a vehicle that is supposed to be driven in urban areas, but they live in rural areas. Have you ever come across that problem?
Not yet. Maybe in the future someone will ask me, but at this current moment, no. But if someone does ask me, go say, hey, I actually stay in the rural areas, this is my salary cap, I want a nice car, what do you recommend? Obviously, a nice mid-size SUV or like a mini SUV, or get yourself a bakkie, but a specific bakkie. Even the new bakkie that came out, I just don't know the name, but I know it's from GAC. That one that looks like a Toyota Hilux type of thing. You haven't seen it? Yeah, there's a new one that came out as from GAC, and then also as BYD came out with the Ranger looking like bakkie, BYD. But so yeah, it will have to depend on who the person is, salary cap, what they can afford monthly, or if they want to buy cash. And obviously they're a family person. I don't know, use this car to just go to work, come back home, go see friends or their partner, whatever. Or really they're just coming home, they have a family, they have kids, have to take them. They'd also have to go to somewhere where it's, the road is very bad and they need something a bit taller and all of that. So, yeah.
This other time we visited in Newcastle near Mataten. We had a friend who was driving a Polo E-Max. Yeah, we realized that those cars were never made for that area.
Never.
There were places where we couldn't drive that thing. But can I tell you it's a sad story?
Yeah.
A woman from Eastern Cape who spent most of her time around Joburg. She buys an Audi, drives home to Eastern Cape, and then got stuck.
Ace.
Get stuck because of the nature of the road.
The road, yeah.
Now, she calls AAA, whatever, what that thing?
Triple
yellow
A,
thing.
yeah. Triple A.
Took them time
Yeah,
to
for
come and rescue her.
roadside assistance.
Yes. Took them time to come and rescue her because they are far. She's in the rural areas. Very beautiful car. Nice, but not for Eastern Cape.
Yeah, which then comes to the whole thing. Sometimes it's okay to shift your preferences. It's normal. You have to, because situation does not agree, does not agree. Because like I'll make example with my mom. Her first car, she bought a Mitsubishi, those 2008 bakkies. Mitsubishi, was a 2.8 liter, I think. Just forgot, Colt. Yes, this Mitsubishi
Oh, yes,
Colt.
yes.
She
I
bought
remember.
that as a first car. And looking back now, that being my mother's first car was a great choice because Tabaki, we used to go to the rurals quite a lot, which the road was really bad. The Tabaki used to work with family things and all of that, carry things and stuff like that. It also helped us when we were moving, to different properties. So looking back was like, yeah, she made a great choice by going for that.
So yeah, this conversation. I'm thinking, we'll have to one day we'll have to come back and do part 2 here. But
Yeah.
definitely not this year. Early next year, we'll have to come back and do part 2.
Yeah.
But let's wrap it up. Have you ever invested your research or your time in doing research around premiums, insurance, as well as tracker? Because that's a conversation that most of the time we don't talk about.
Yeah.
But I found that there are ways in which one can just,
Yeah.
for instance, the fact that you are allowed to come back 3 years later, 6 months and say, I know, let's do a review on my premium. Have you ever done your research around that?
Yeah, I have. So when it comes to all these insurance things, what I've understood is that the older you are, or the longer you've had your license especially, the lower your premiums are, which is quite nice and attractive, which, for someone like me, have a vehicle, can just put that under my parents, nice, easily, I'm good. Pay low premiums because it's stored under them. But then obviously when you don't have that kind of a privilege to go with that route, and it's very legal, it's not illegal, so anyone can do it. If you feel like my premiums are too high, put this car under your father, go ahead, do that, or your uncle, whoever, put it under their name, insure it under them. The premiums will be extremely low, which is quite nice. So yeah, when it comes to insurance, it's something that a lot of people don't really look into when they buy a vehicle, which is quite sad, because when the vehicle, you crash it, get into an accident, because you will get into an accident. No one is immune to an accident. I thought that when I started driving as a 24-year-old, I was like, I started driving at, I got my license at 19. I was like, yeah, I'm immune to accidents. It will never happen. Nah, it will never happen. Then right after getting my license, actually, then boom, I got into an accident. Luckily, it wasn't my fault. And the car I was driving was in perfect condition. The other person, too sad for them, was a bakkie. So that's when I realized that actually, when I get my first car, insurance is very important, no matter what. Doesn't matter who you are, where you are from, insurance is very important. Even if it's not a full comprehensive cover, it's very important. That's why when you finance a car, it's always good to calculate how much you'll pay. Because let's look at, for an example, another very popular car, BMW M340i, or just a BMW 320i LCI. Those cars from BMW, they'll probably go for like 15,000 Rand a month, right? You're 30 years of age, you go for insurance, they'll probably charge you, 3,000 Rand, because it's more of like a performance car.
18,000 Rand already.
18,000 Rand already. Then you obviously look at petrol, you're probably going to speed as a young man, or just in your 30s. People like that, they would love to, feel the performance and drive it around and just, all of that. So then you probably do that. Petrol, you're probably looking at, more than 6,000 Rand a month, because you probably speed a lot. Yeah.
Then let's take it to look. It was 18,000 Rand, so it's already 23 to 24,000 Rand around there.
Yeah, because obviously you speed a lot.
Okay, yeah,
you have to
Rand.
keep refilling.
No, actually, it's 24,000 because you said 6,000 and we're already at 18,000.
But if you use the car friendly, you'd probably be below 3 to 4,000 Rand, because it's Charles on.
Let's say the person is using the car very well, so
very well.
they are around 21,000 Rand.
21,000 Rand. Then car tracker, obviously those are like around about 300 Rand, most of them. Get those, boom.
So 23,000 Rand by now.
Yeah. Then you look at, what's that thing? Get motor warranty, please. Again, I'm not advertising motor warranty, but I'm just saying get motor warranty. That thing is impeccable. Will save you from a lot of trouble, because cars will always have issues, especially electronic issues. Then you obviously get yourself a nice motor warranty, maybe pay 300 to 600 a month, depending on your type of insurance you have with that company. Then you're obviously now looking at 22,000 Rand for a BMW 320i LCI, right? 2024 model, whatever that model year may be. Now you're looking at that price, like, okay, yeah, that's how much you pay. And that's how much it's going to cost you. Because
Wait, did you speak about insurance?
Yes, we talk about
Insurance, how much?
Yeah. Insurance, I spoke about it, was like 3,000 Rand, 2 to 3,000 Rand.
Oh, it's the one that took us to 18,000.
To 18,000.
Yes.
Yeah. So then obviously now you're looking at 23,000 Rand for that car. You're no longer looking at 15,000, which something that a lot of people just look at a car and be like, 15,000, I can afford it. Easy. I'm going home with this car. No. The reality is, look at the running costs. Running costs are always important. And also look into things like because it's very important, brake pads and discs, especially brake discs. Oh my days, those are super expensive. If you have a high performance car and you're like, I'm going to go for this car, then you look at the brake discs, they're like 100,000 just to fit the front brake disc on a Mercedes AMG or a BMW M4, whatever. And you're like, I can afford it. Think again. So look at your brake disc, look at your brake pads, and look at, okay, I can afford this when they run out, because they will eventually be worn out and then you need to replace them and just fit new ones. And it is quite a hefty price. And then the last thing to look at is your tires. Look at the type of tires you have on your vehicle, because tires are very different. So tires are not the same depending on the price range you go for. Because
yes.
Because if you go for the low end tires, like the in terms of price range, you'll be like, get these ones, they're 800 Rand. But then you find out that, or they will tell you that, get these ones, fine. Your car will drive, your car will be fine, you'll be back on the road. But then you won't be able to hold up like high ends, like when you go faster, or you just go faster, like you won't be able to hold up speeds of like 180. The car won't fail because these tires are not built to hold up those kind of speeds. So tires are very important as well in the car. So you must also always know. That's why get your Dunlop. So what's the other brand? I forgot the other one, but tires are very important. So the higher you go, the better the tires are.
You're right.
And the longer they last. Some of cheaper ones do last long, but just know that they won't feel the same than the previous one you've had on the vehicle. Maybe when you bought the car new, you're like, okay, I buy this car, but now I can't afford the tires. Just going to buy the very, very cheap tires. But now you feel there's a difference in like performance and stuff. That's why you see your BMW M4 CS has like your Cup 2 tires, which, they need to be heated up and all of that. So,
So, speaking about tires, I remember this other time I went to a company, I forgot the name of this company that sells tires. For the first time, I realized when they were educating me about tires, they were like, okay, you see, in your Toyota Etios, this is your tire. They are like, you see, this tire, your tire is good for gravel.
But it's not good for wet or...
Exactly. They're like, you see these premium cars?
Yeah.
These are their tires. Their cars are good. They can run very smooth even in a wet condition.
All season tires.
Even if it's hot, they can drive very nicely. And that day, I was so shocked to learn the difference in terms of tires. But here's another one. A lot of people don't think about this one. Have you ever met, or have you ever look, maybe you took a car from somebody. You're like, let me see the air pressure on these tires.
Yeah.
You find that this tire is on 300 and something. This one is on 200 and something. The other one is close to 200. Whilst this other one is close to 400. Have you ever driven a vehicle like that?
Yeah, I have.
Before I tell you what I know, what do you know about such a vehicle? Just anything that is associated with this.
The different type pressures and stuff like that.
Yes.
That person they don't normally check their air pressure at all. Because like a lot of people probably don't check their air pressure as much. And especially when you're doing like long distances. I mean, I just drove like not long ago from Cape Town to here. From Cape Town to Nelspruit, and I've driven from Nelspruit back to Cape Town. very exhausting. But yeah, those kind of like when you do like long distance drives, always check your tire pressure. It's very, very important. Doesn't matter if you think, man, I just checked my tire pressure 2 weeks ago. I'm fine today. Because when you start to drive the car, you can actually feel the difference in tire pressures. You can feel, I've felt it before. I was like, oh, damn, actually I need to sort out my tire pressure. So yeah, those people probably don't, because it's not like something you wake up and like, I'm going to go check my tire pressure today. It's not very, it's not a very like a car thing, because with cars, we always check this. Okay, is my car this? Check the oil and things like that. Check the water. Probably the water runs out from the wipers. You're like, I'm gonna refill it. Sure, whatever. But yeah, people don't really check their tire pressure. And I don't want to be stereotypical or biased in any sense, but I would say women wouldn't really check. There are men that also don't check, but mainly, not mainly, I would just say maybe women wouldn't necessarily check their tire pressures and things like that, which it's totally okay, because I mean, if the car's not complaining, you don't feel any tire pressure differences, or you don't feel anything different. But before you travel somewhere long distance, check, or even just once a month, just go refill, like, hey, check my tire pressure, 2.4, 3.5, or whatever that may be. So yeah.
I will go as far as saying, if you are using that vehicle every day, or even if not every day, but very often, make sure that if it's that much often, make sure that at least every 2 weeks, because you go to the petrol station every now and again. So even if you're driving from Spreadview to Senton every day, maybe 3 times a week, please kindly do yourself the favor
of
check
checking your
the
tire pressure.
Tire pressure, yes.
Yeah.
One of the things is, I once drove such a vehicle, and I realized it's very easy to get in an accident because of just tire pressure.
Because the
car
car
is
just
not
feels
balanced.
off. Yeah, it just feels off all the time.
So imagine getting in an accident simply because of tire pressure.
Literally.
Another last point from me. I once drove from here to Nelspruit. I was driving a Toyota Ectos, and it's not balanced.
Yeah.
So even if it was balanced though, but it's important to match the condition.
Yeah.
So that day it was windy, not raining, but it was windy. So for me to balance everything, I lowered the tire pressure. I think instead of 220 or 240, I dropped it to 200, all of them.
Yeah.
Because it's windy. That's what people don't understand. That's what I think people should understand. Tire pressure should also speak to the weather conditions. You can't be driving, especially again in a wet condition. I wouldn't advise the tire pressure to drive. That's another problem. You can be involved in an accident because the tire pressure is 300 in a wet condition. That when you drive in such a condition, with that pressure, the tire doesn't necessarily it's not stable. It's
not doing what it's
grip.
Supposed to do. Yeah,
exactly.
in those conditions.
The air is too much. So what the car does, it does exactly like what I'm doing right now. So it cannot it cannot be grounded. That's something. A very simple thing is that. That's simple thing. People driving is not necessarily changing the gears and swinging the steering. It's basically an understanding of the thing that you are driving.
Yeah.
And I would like to add and say, driving, guys, Joburg, we don't know how to drive. We don't know how to drive.
Throw it in Cape Town as well. Throw in Cape Town as well.
Guys, we do not have the problem of traffic in this country. We have a problem of people who do not know how to drive. You find a person driving on a fast lane. Around 80
kilometers.
But even if you are driving at 200 on a slow lane, remember, you are not a police officer. You are not there to check who's driving what speed. Should be moving out of the fast lane, allow the other people to pass.
True.
But the laws of the country are very simple. K53. Simple, basic, fundamental law.
Yeah.
Keep left, pass right. We don't... The right-hand lane, guys, is not for you to occupy. You always have to occupy the left-hand lane. It's simple. Let me give you the reason why. When we drive, we are on the right. Our weakness is on the left. Left is our weakness. So the people who came up with this idea of driving on the left-hand side, basically they said, protect your weakness. So that if you have to overtake, you then overtake on your strength, which is your right-hand side. You should be ashamed when a person is overtaking you on your left. Because there's something that you're not doing right. You find people, the one on the first lane, 8, second first lane, 8, third, 8. Now, you find that I'm driving at 120. I have to overtake you on the slow lane. A lane that you're supposed to be driving in.
Yeah.
For me, what takes the cup is to see police officers. You'll see this person is causing traffic. You just drive, whoosh, and sometimes they'll open, especially if you're driving a marked vehicle, they'll open a way for you, but they wouldn't for me. But you just, so we don't have a problem basically of traffic in this country. We've got a problem
of people not driving. Because I saw this video of they did it in China, did like an experiment showing you how accidents are created. So traffic is created. Where they drove in a circle at like the same speed, everyone just drove in the same speed. And then they started to tell everyone, like some of the drivers, to like slow down. Then what happens is that when this driver slows down with all the vehicles behind them, that they slow down, then you probably like get number 10, you probably want to stop, make a full stop. And the person next to you is also going to make a full stop because the people in front are driving very slow. So like, that's the most annoying thing about traffic. Traffic is not, as you say, traffic is not caused by just the idea of traffic. Traffic is caused by people because people are driving so slow, or someone is not like moving at like, especially like I've seen it so much in Cape Town when I'm coming from Cape Town CBD going to where I would reside in Durbanville, right? So as I'm driving, there's like a hill on N1. There's like a hill, there's like a curve. As I'm looking up, you can see the cars are actually moving at the top. The issue is where the person there is driving so slow, and you're at the back and you look and you're like, yeah, ne? Yeah. Then when you get to that curve at the top, now you actually feel, oh, actually, like there was no traffic. It was just the people here, they start slowing down for no reason. Everyone's just slowing down here for no reason. So yeah, just how traffic is created is forever annoying. It's super annoying.
It hurts me because you find that there's an accident on the opposite side.
Yeah.
Suddenly we are stopping.
Yeah. Like, people are looking. Everyone is looking on the other side. And now everyone is driving slow.
If you want to look.
Like, are you going to help?
Go and park on the other side.
And help them.
Exactly.
Help them.
But you can't slow me down.
Like, I'm trying to get home. I'm tired.
That's another thing. Another problem that we have. Guys, come on. You know, if you want to use your phone, please go to a slow lane. Please. Slow lane. Please.
Texting it. Like, I would recommend people to actually, like, when it's like a lot of cars nowadays, they actually bought with Apple CarPlay and Android Auto. Use it. Use it to your full advantage. I use it a lot. If I want to make a call, I just say, hey Siri, make a call to Zmangmang. Makes that call. It's very, I would say it's very safe, you know, to use your Android Auto, Apple CarPlay, because it helps you to not, you know, it also stops you from fiddling with your phone.
Okay.
Fiddling with your phone. I mean, you can tell Google, hey Google, do this for me. Hey Siri, do this for me. Even though sometimes they are very rubbish, but especially Siri, it's very nonsense. But Google's very good. But yeah, you can just use Android Auto, Apple CarPlay, use those, plug it in, or wireless connection, whatever you will have in your vehicle. If you have those, if you have that privilege, use it. It will save you time and stop fiddling with your phone too much. I mean, unless you need to, I don't know why you would need to, but I mean, unless it's urgent, I guess. But other than that, yeah, use Apple CarPlay. You can tell Siri, play music, you know, change the song, play a playlist, play this artist, call this person. Hey Siri, I'd actually like to go here. Then Siri you can just say, hey Siri, I want to go to Durban. Use Google Maps. Then Siri will just open Google Maps and open it up for you there. It's some nice, good technology people already have and can use it.
Our phones these days, they even tell you which app you used For how long?
Yeah.
Were you playing loud music for how long?
The music thing, it's so annoying, especially when you even, because sometimes I think maybe they need to improve the Bluetooth connection thingy, like to detect, to identify what are you using, because sometimes it thinks you're using earphones, but you're actually just using like a speaker over there or you're in your car.
Exactly.
And then it will complain like, your sound is too loud, your eardrums, whatever.
Exactly.
Then I'm like, I'm in the car, right? Like these are car speakers and I'm just blasting it. So like...
But the nicest thing that I saw, this is S24 Ultra, Samsung. The nicest thing that I saw when you're texting and driving.
Yeah.
This thing. But I don't know how these people sense this thing. Because I've noticed that when I'm requesting, and I'm not the one driving, it doesn't give me such a report. There's no such a report. But if I'm not the one, if I'm driving, I don't know how this thing can sense. Somehow, I'm not saying it's accurate.
Yeah.
But somehow it looks like it can differentiate. Somehow the technology is almost close.
Yeah.
Not that close, but it's almost close.
Yeah.
I've noticed that I don't get the report because I'm always sitting at the back.
Yeah.
So I don't get the report. But when I'm driving,
I
always get the report that when you are texting and driving now, stop doing that. Or even if I did it, and this thing is very nice, even if you're driving, like if I'm exiting in my estate, if I'm texting there while exiting, it will still count. As long as the car was moving, that thing will still count. So guys, my phones is now managed. Very nice. They give you your behavior exactly the way it is. So I was looking at it. I was like, guys, one day you'll go to court, and then you will argue that I was right. I didn't do this. Some investigators might get clever. They will look at the phone that you are using. They will be able to say, oh, okay, let's go to your manufacturer. Let's get a report
of
how you were using your phone during those times. Hey, you will get arrested. So I think that's one of the things that needs to be sorted out in this country. Enforcement of the current laws can reduce accidents and traffic drastically.
That's why that's what I'm saying. Use Apple CarPlay and Android Auto. Use it, especially if you have the privilege. Use it. Just saves you time from because even like when a notification comes up, I don't have to look at my phone. I just touch the screen. It will read out. Either it's Google, it's Siri. Siri will read out that this person is saying A, B, C, D, F, G. Do you want to reply? Yes. What's your reply? I say this. It responds. Done. Keep driving. You're looking at the road. You're not fiddling with your phone. You're not causing traffic. You're not about to cause an accident. You're paying attention to the road. You're driving. Use it. And I know a lot of people, especially your what is this? The people that ages of 40 and above or 35 and above, they wouldn't know what I'm talking about. Ask your children or ask your nieces and nephews.
They wouldn't know what I'm talking about.
Like, trust me, like ask your children, your nieces and nephews, ask them, hey, how do I use Apple CarPlay? How do I use Android Auto? I heard this guy talking about it. Use it to your advantage. It will save you a lot of time. Something else I actually want to recommend to people, something that will save people from tickets when they're driving.
Okay.
Use Waze. You know Waze?
Yes.
Use it. Oh, man, I cannot stress. I've made a video about this. Use Waze. That thing will tell you if there's a traffic cop in the next kilometer. You even see on the map when you're using Apple Cop, when you're using like the Waze itself on the car, connected to the car with your phone. You'll see the traffic cop there. I know traffic officers will now say, this guy is, giving out information.
But it's illegal. It's not illegal. An illegal
it's
thing.
Not illegal. It's not illegal information. This is legal information. You can use Waze. Use Waze. And I know Google's, because I love Google because Google's more precise compared to Waze. But use Waze because it will show you everything that's happening on the road. It will show you potholes. It will show you accidents ahead. It will tell you that there's traffic here. It will tell you that this road, don't take it because there's XYZ here that just happened. It will tell you that, hey, there's a traffic cop there. Speed camera. What's that thing? Speed check. Also, speed check is so weird. We just pass and say speed check started, whatever. Then it will tell you that in the next 10 kilometers, we just pass. It will clock your speed of the vehicle. Like let's say you're doing 120. Then when you've passed the next one as well, it's still doing 120 and maybe it's a 100 zone. Boom. Apparently get a ticket as well. So every time every time I see that thing, like speed check in 500 meters, slow down nicely, drive through it like at 80 kilometers, then speed and do my thing until the next speed check, the last one, the exit point, and slow down there. Then they will say, you're doing 80, but truth.
You know what? You just explained something that I didn't know. I didn't know why. I remember this time we were driving. Let's say, I'm Tubatup. I think so.
Yeah.
So I was the one driving. Now I know why I got that ticket. Now it makes sense.
There were no cameras anywhere or anything.
Yeah, like I passed this thing. I saw the camera. Ne?
It's like a camera thing at the top with
Yes.
like a solar. There's 2 cameras.
I saw that thing.
Yeah.
I'm like, okay. Drove. Then I got to the next one, and then wah! But then I'm looking at the speed when I approach the next one. I'm like, but I'm driving in a correct speed, so why? And I was the only one. I couldn't even say maybe it's the next car. No, I was the only one.
Yeah.
So as you are saying, so I realized that it is because they calculated the speed. And like, no, when you arrive earlier than expected. In between, you arrive earlier than expected. Now it makes sense because I just did not understand that
speed check. Yeah, also when I learned about it the first time when I discovered it, I was like, what is a speed check thing? I didn't pay attention. I remember I was driving back to Cape Town. When was it? I think it was last year. I was driving back down to Cape Town with my father. We're driving, and then we got that speed check thing, boom, right? We didn't pay attention to it. The traffic cops, probably like in the next 30 kilometers, wherever they were, they had whatever computers, checking and all of that. Then we hit the second speed check, and then they stopped us, right? And we're not speeding at that point. They're like, hey, come over, come this side. Just stop. And then they were like, yeah, you guys were speeding. You guys did this speed. And there were no speed cameras at all. It was only the speed check. They're like, yeah, you guys did the speed. I'm like, wait, what? Wait, when? Where was this? And that's when I learned about speed check. Because then I saw it again, I was like, perfect. From now on, I know. Every time I see this thing, see that pole, nice pole like this, slow down, pass at 80, do my thing. I see it again, slow down, pass at 80. Oh, you were doing 80, sure. What about your life?
Now, let's conclude with your content. To those who doesn't know you, how do they find you on TikTok?
Yeah, so to those who don't know me, go on TikTok. It's by Tumelo, B-Y, Tumelo. You know how to spell Tumelo. Yeah, you find me there. You find my content very opinionated. So if you don't like what I say, it's up to you. But I say what I say because it's what I think. And I don't know, sometimes it's like the things I say is what people are always thinking, which is very weird. But yeah.
Of lately, you've got competitors.
Who?
I saw you responding to 2 people, if not 3.
Those are not competitors. Those guys.
No, but remember, your competitors doesn't necessarily have to have the numbers, but they may want to step into the content, into your space, but they know that if they had to oppose your opinion, even if they don't have facts, so long as they can oppose your opinion and get traction from that, that's all that they want.
True. So this is why I don't say I don't see them as competitors. It's not even just because of like the following or anything. It's just mainly a thing of we're very different, If you look at Mr. How Much ZA, and then you look at Matt Watson from Kawa, one of the biggest automotive YouTube channel in the world, bigger than Top Gear. Okay. If you look at that guy and you look at Mr. How Much, right? You can see that, okay, yes, these people are very different. Yes, you may put them in the same lane and say they're competing, whatever. Or look at Kawa and Top Gear and like, yeah, these guys are competitors and all these things. But their content is in its own space, basically feeding their own demographic of people. So that's why I'm saying I don't see them as competitors because I feel like my content feeds certain demographic of people that, want to watch and, feel like, yeah, Tumelo, I love Tumelo's opinions. Yeah, Tumelo's right. Yeah, hey, but Tumelo, I agree with you. All of that. And there's sometimes people don't agree with me, which is fine. But yeah, I feel like depending on the types of, not just like the type of content I produce, it's for certain demographic of people. It's not for everyone, because if it was for everyone, I'd have like 1 million followers.
Yes, yes.
True. So yeah, I feel like those guys are also doing their own thing in their own lane. Some of them, especially I remember, was it Andy Siwe? We ended up becoming now like, I wouldn't say friends, but like, we just talk now on TikTok and all these things. And people tag us like, hey guys, talk about this. Hey guys, this car just came out, and all these things. So yeah, I feel like everyone is in their own lane. Maybe in the future we'll start seeing some sense of competition and all of that. And I mean, like, what makes it not like, what also makes me different is just that I do my research. Something's very important.
Yeah, no, I agree.
I do my research. I don't just, sometimes if I do speak out of my mind, it's because I actually watch a lot of car content on YouTube. I watch tons of car content on YouTube. Wow, Top Gear. What's the other one I watch? I forgot that. There's 3 of them that I watch. Wow, Top Gear. Even sometimes like just the YouTubers that do like that revolve around cars. Your Matt Armstrongs, your Stradman, your what's that other guy? DDE, Hamilton Collection, all these guys that I'm always watching. And sometimes some things, the world just be like, oh, I know this from my head, so I'm just saying it out there. And I know I'm right. I if I'm wrong, someone will correct me and say, but Tumelu, you actually know this is not true and stuff like that. And I'm like, okay, fine, it's not true, whatever. But I know that most of the things I think of, and I just give in my opinion. Like some of the videos where I'm just like talking, I'm not like speaking facts, I'm just talking about something, topic, whatever. I'm just like talking. I know it's coming from here. It's just like knowledge. Like I just pick from the content I watch, the newsletters I'm reading from time to time. So, yeah.
Okay. Do you see yourself on YouTube anytime soon?
Yeah, I am gonna get on YouTube. Just that now, it's a lot on my plate.
Okay.
There's a lot on my plate. So I am definitely gonna get into that YouTube space. I need to start reviewing the cars physically. I just forgot that guy's name. I'm always watching him on TikTok. He does like this nice, really good, quick car reviews, and they're actually quite fun. So I need to just now get the physical vehicles and things like that. Because what I also love is that people listen to me regardless of me having the actual car right next to me, which is actually quite cool. The fact that 34,000 followers from people are following you, but you don't even have the car. Because if you look at your people like Mr. How Much and other content car creators in South Africa,
Moses Sambo.
Yeah, those guys, they have the physical cars, and it's like it's a great privilege I would love to have. Just that sometimes with how opinionated I am, some of these manufacturers are like, no, which is okay with me. I don't mind as long as I'm creating my own lane, because I don't want to be the next Mr. How Much. I don't want to be the next Matt Watson or the next Jeremy Clarkson, whatever. That's not my objective. My objective is to share my car opinions, talk about cars, review cars. When I get that chance to review a car physically, I'll review a car physically. I'll give my best opinion. Even if you watch, when you watch Kawau, Matt Watson, the host on Kawau, he even gives his like negative reviews and say, I don't like this car because of X, Y, Z. I mean, the guy even got banned from Mazda. Mazda doesn't want to give him cars anymore because he said they look like an owl. And Mazda was so offended. They were like, no, we're not giving you cars.
Never gonna get our cars.
No. Even Ferrari would not give him a car because of his brand and his like 10 million followers, 10 million subscribers, on YouTube, and does the best reviews, drag races, and all those cool things it does. So that's me. That's my mission, just to create my own lane. I don't want to be like everybody else.
But there's a way around it. Even if they don't want to give you the car, I can just go rent out the car
True,
and review the car.
I can do that. I did think about, hey, actually, I don't have to go to a car dealer and say, hey, man, can I please review your Polo? They're like, but Tumelo, we know you. When you always say the Polo is too expensive, the Polo. Okay, it's fine. Go to Avis or whoever.
Yes.
Yeah. Hey, can I have your car, Europa car? Hey, can I have this Polo? Yeah, so you have your Polo, pay the deposit, refundable deposit, take the car, go review it for a day, bring it back.
Get my money
back. Sure.
And then
life.
Local VW South Africa. Why is this car reviewing this car? Or else if I have, because like I think like there's always a way around it.
Yeah.
It's just that people, they don't think about it. The fact that you are selling cars,
Yeah.
I can go to someone who has a car,
Yeah.
and say, listen, I want to review a car,
Mm.
and that person will give
Yeah.
me the keys,
They'll
and
give
I
you the
review
keys.
the car, and you have zero say
Yeah.
because I got it from the owner. Now you are no longer the owner.
That's actually the kind of it's actually something I've been thinking about, because I am a bit afraid to approach the car dealerships, not in a sense of like maybe I'm scared, like I just have fear. No, it's like a thing of just the whole rejection thing, because I feel like when I walk in and I say, hey, I want to review a car, borrow me a car XYZ, then they're like, no, we know you. We know you. We're not giving you our car. We're not giving you our car or anything. So that's also like that fear I have. But it's like for now, for now, I'm just focusing on just making the content, just getting out there, being more comfortable with the people, because it's not that comfortable all the time just looking at your phone and talking. Because sometimes you're like, should I post this? Should I really do people agree with what I'm saying? So right now it's just like I'm just focusing on just creating that sense of reputation of who I am. Then when the opportunity, or when not necessarily ready, but when the time comes, which is very, very, very soon, I'll now get into the car reviews. But I want to start with BMW. My favorite car brand. I'll start with BMW.
Somebody was telling me about the fact that somebody once said BMW failed simple test. I think it's X6, if I'm not mistaken. So apparently it was rolling over on a grass.
That road testing. Oh, it's so terrible. It's so like it. That road is the what's that one called? The one where it's the most test and the road test. Those two tests, a lot of car manufacturers fail them because, the cars are just not built to, and man, it's so difficult to explain because, like, the most test is very tight. Like, the cars have to maneuver in the space, like a very, very tight space, which is, it's a very difficult one because, I mean, the cars drive well. They're perfectly fine. Everything is great about them. But the most test and the road test, that's why, like, your cars, like your Teslas, they pass those things because of the battery under. When they roll, they always come back up like this because of that, the battery, the weight distribution, all those things. And like combustion engine, front, it rolls, it's going to roll. Like, there's nothing you can do.
I heard that when there was a presenter that made ugly comments about it, the BMW. And apparently BMW was like, we're going to use that comment to sell the car. They said they used that negative comment to sell the BMW X6, and it ended up being one of the best-selling vehicles, despite the negative
comment.
Yeah. So to you manufacturers, there's always a way around it.
There's always a way around it.
Just that you guys don't think about it. I think this traditional media thing, it has taught people that we go to a media station or media house.
Yeah.
We tell them what we want them to tell people about our car.
Yeah.
It's easy to control the narrative.
Yes, true.
But this digital space, we don't mind. I'm just
mind.
going to build my studio like this now, buy the equipment,
True.
bring everything here,
True.
and say my opinion.
Tell you
Which
what
you
I
will
think.
have zero to say.
Yeah, you have.
Because it's my things. There's no SAPC now. What to say, what not to say. La, it's my house.
Yeah.
My rules, my house.
house.
So I feel these brands, they don't understand that we are living in a very different world.
Different world, yeah.
If you don't catch up soon, you'll be left out. Like this, let me tie it down to this traditional, your traditional
medias.
No. Cars, your old
Your
manufacturers.
BMWs, yeah.
Yes. They are struggling recently
So make
to
sales.
sell cars in South Africa because they are still stuck in the past. In the past, we're still the Goliath. But recently, the Chinese are not here to stay. They even wrote to the President Ramaphosa right now saying he must intervene. I'm like, what type of intervention do you want? Are you saying, because there's only two ways. Are you saying he must chase the Chinese out? Or he must force the Chinese to increase the price
of the vehicles so that
they can compete with you, so that now you can have a share on the table.
Yeah.
Otherwise, if they continue to sell at the price that they are selling at, you're out. A lot of cars in South Africa, there's traditional brands, they're struggling.
They're phasing out.
A lot of dealerships are closing down
because of
the
that.
Chinese are not here to stay. I mean, they're not here to play with.
Like, yeah, they're here to stay. They're here to take over.
And they're doing a takeover very nicely, very nicely,
So
like
swiftly.
they did with the Huawei. Nobody saw the Huawei coming. I remember people
Yeah.
making jokes.
Yeah, but
I was the
Huawei-
first to buy.
That small one.
I was the first. I remember I got mine at Pep. Hey, people used to make fun of me. Wow, wait, you are using a Huawei. Hey, they made fun of me. Yo, this thing, it didn't take even 3 years.
Boom.
That thing was now competing with iPhone, Samsung. And all the other brands, they've destroyed them. The Chinese, sometimes you'll never see them coming if you don't pay attention.
Yeah.
But by the time you realize the Chinese are here, you know it's too late.
Yeah, which is something I've been like looking at a lot lately because like I don't know what the plan is with BMW, Audi and all of them. Because I mean, people still buy their cars, cool, whatever, but the sales are declining in a sense, you know. But at the same time, it's like these guys should not, because I feel like this maybe they're kind of a way still stuck, as you say, like maybe in their old ways, whatever. They're still stuck in the space of we will sell the cars to a certain demographic of people between the ages of 30 to 50 or 30 and above. While they're not looking at the fact that these people at this age, now they want something a bit more affordable. They're growing up, they're getting older and things like that. Who is going to be buying the next BMWs? It's us, the younger generation. And they're not looking into that, okay, what can we do? How can we, improve? How can we lower the prices? Is there maybe a way we can offer, people these more affordable cars? Because the Chinese are not only taking over in South Africa, they're taking over everywhere in the world, especially Europe. Europe is crying, especially the UK. They are crying because of how much these Chinese manufacturers are just coming in, and all these BMWs are being pushed out, Volvo, Alfa Romeo, all of that. And America is fighting to not have these Chinese manufacturers over because of how cheap they are. And many people in America, like just your normal citizens, your day-to-day citizens, they've made many TikToks. People have made many comments, tweets, and all of that, talking about, hey, why don't we have Chinese cars? Because these cars are very affordable and I can get a lot for a car. Why am I still struggling with this Ford Raptor that I've been paying off for the past whatsoever years? So I really don't know what their plan is. If they have a plan, they should put into motion. If maybe lowering their car prices or whatever that may be, do it all around the world and in South Africa as well. Because trust me, at this current rate we're moving at, because what affects people to not buy this cars anymore is economy, right? And the economy is no longer even just affecting us only South Africans, it's affecting globally. We see it globally. That's why they're so prominent in the UK, in Europe. America wants them because they're also suffering economically. The people, they're like, man, I can't really afford a Raptor anymore. Let me just get this BYD Baki. It's good enough, or whatever they call it, van, as they call it. So they need to have a plan. I don't know what their plan is, but all these big, as I say, Goliath, all these big car manufacturers all around the world, they need to have a plan so that they don't get phased out. Because trust me, the way China can manufacture cars like this, they won't even know what hit them. But then, obviously, knowing, these guys, BMWs are big companies and, with billions of dollars, they'll go to the presidents, go to the ministers, go to the government and say, hey, guys, ban these cars from being sold in your country. Because some of these companies probably have investment in certain countries and will just come out or just give a president, corruption. Just give the president money, say, hey, ban these cars from being sold in your country. No more Chinese cars. Oh, okay,
but
sure.
How are we going to do that for how long? Because that is unsustainable.
It is unsustainable.
Because but the thing is, you need to understand this. This is what is going to happen.
Yeah.
Sometimes I desire to live in countries around South Africa, not South Africa. Because if
Africa.
I live in Botswana, for instance, I can buy a car from Germany.
Yeah.
Directly from Germany.
They're cheaper.
Exactly. Very cheap.
They're very
so
cheap.
you're going to do that for how long? You can resist the change, but for how long?
Yeah, because like that whole resisting change, as I was saying, it won't necessarily come from the manufactures, it will just come from a sense of influence. Because even the like Trump himself, he said, I don't want Chinese cars. Because why? He doesn't like, well, he has a beef with Chinese people. As you've seen, the whole tariffs thing and all of that. So that's why he's fighting to not have Chinese cars come into America. But Americans are like, hey, I want one. When can I get one? You know? So, I'm sorry. So, like, that change is coming. Sorry, that change is coming. There is nothing that can be done about it. If something can be done, it has to come from the higher power, from people with influence and power and government and whatever. So the change is coming. Nothing can be done. The Chinese manufacturers are going to keep taking over. And because right now, their focus is just making like these nice, efficient, reliable cars, right? For people, something that they can daily drive, something can live with each and every single day. But if they now start to work on performance cars, that's where the problem will start kicking in.
Yes.
Because we've seen with the BYD, the Yangwang U9, that recently broke the speed record, the world speed record, did over 500 kilometers an hour, faster than a Bugatti Chiron Super Sport. Yeah, broke the speed record. It's the fastest car, 3,000 horsepower electric car, now the fastest car in the world. I believe iShowSpeed bought one in China, and it's probably somewhere installed in Europe because properties there. Super rich young kid. So, yeah, if they now get into performance, and especially, I feel like if they get into performance, get into sedans, get into hatchbacks, it's good they got into bakkies as well, and also start getting into your more of your premium SUVs, right? Like I think it's which one is it? Is it the Omoto, that massive one? I just forgot. It's a C9. The C9 should be the C9, that massive Omoto C9. That one with R1 million. That car, beautiful. That car is there up there challenging Tiguan, challenging Datsun and all of that. So if they start making your next Tiguans, they start making your next Tucsons, they start making your next X5s and all of that. If they get into that space.
Speaking about X5, I saw the Haval that looks like Range Rover, the latest one. I would buy that thing. I would buy that thing. This is Range Rover, but it's Haval. I'll buy that thing.
Exactly.
I'll definitely buy that thing.
Exactly. So I feel like once they start getting into now competing with all these cars that we love, like I love the M4. If they make an M4 competitor, trust me, and it's cheaper, like 1/10 of the price, I'm getting it. I'm sorry. If it sounds good, great engine, great performance, why not?
You can't be loyal to someone that doesn't even care about you.
True.
Now, if there is a cheaper version of what I want, like me, I quickly jump to Huawei.
Yeah.
The only reason why I jumped off the ship, it was during the tariff. Now I use a lot of Google product, and now it was difficult to access Google product. Otherwise, if they did not got themselves into war with America, even today I will still be using the latest Huawei.
True.
Because they're very good.
There's a
very, very good.
There's a new car called the iCar. It's ACAUR in South Africa. I just forgot the variants, but there's two variants they offer. They offer like this retro looking one, and they offer another one that looks like it's like more premium. But you know what the cars they look like? They look like the Range Rover Defender. The Land Rover Defender, sorry. The Land Rover Defender. They look like that. And these cars, they look very good. They're probably cheap. I haven't checked the prices, but they're most probably cheap. And I actually should do a review on those cars. But that new car thingy, and they're like for more off-road, and that new car manufacturer, whatever they're doing, if they do it right, you could start seeing a shift from people, Land Rover buyers that love the Defender, and move over to that car. And the interior is impeccable. It's beautiful, that car. And I was like, damn, this is a Defender in disguise. And it's probably cheaper, third of the price. And if they market it well, sell it well, trust me.
I see the car you're talking about.
You've seen it.
I see the car that you're talking about. It has got this lights.
Like these lines at
yes,
the front.
yes. I see the car.
The interior.
I've never seen the interior.
Check it out. Oh,
where I stay,
yeah,
I usually see that vehicle. I see white. Look, there's one that is white. When I go jogging, I always see that car.
Yeah, it looks like a Defender, the Land Rover Defender. And trust me, if they market that car well, you start seeing a shift of Land Rover buyers for the Defender. Like, but this is better. It's cheaper. Why not? Why not go for it? Because as much as there's brand loyalties behind everything, once there's a better product out there that offers exactly that, go for it.
Brand loyalty, I'll tell you what, it doesn't exist anymore.
Yeah,
People are
it's no longer-
forced to change. I didn't want to change from Huawei. The moment I established that Huawei was going to be my brand, I didn't want to change.
True.
But situation taught me that I needed to change.
True.
Recently, I bought not recently per se, but the Samsung S24 Ultra.
Yeah.
Then I wanted a different phone because I needed to have two phones.
Yeah.
It was for security reasons. Then I went for the iPhone.
Yeah.
Having used both S24 Ultra
Yeah. and
iPhone, I will still tell you, I'm waiting for, because I waited for the S25.
Yeah.
When they released the S25, and more of artificial intelligence, nothing different. I was like,
nothing. Yeah.
my S24 still
Perfect.
the best.
Yeah.
I wouldn't mind using it despite the S25 Ultra.
Yeah.
Now they will be releasing the S26 Ultra.
Yeah.
It's already been leaked. They will be releasing the S26 Ultra. I can tell you now, if you were to ask me between the iPhone 17 versus S26 Ultra, if there are changes, I'll still go for the S26 Ultra. Because if I look at the functionality of the phone versus the iPhone, well, iPhone users, I know you like that brand. I think you like it.
Crying in the
but
comments
listen,
and complaining right now.
No. I've looked at this thing. iPhone can be complicated for nothing. There are things you can't access there. You need this and this and that and that. Just because, but here in my Samsung Ultra. So what I'm trying to say, I'm talking about this brand, this
loyalty.
It's somehow because of the economy.
Yeah.
It will shake you.
It
You
will
will
shake you.
realize that no. Actually, this is a good brand. I just didn't want it, but it's actually a good brand.
Yeah.
Like how when I landed into the S24 Ultra, I actually realized that this is best, especially once I started using the iPhone as well. I'm telling you, even now, I'm talking to you, the iPhone is in my office. And the phone that is always the closest to me is the S24 Ultra. And if you were to choose between the two phones and say, Monks, give me one, I'll definitely give you the iPhone and keep my S24. Why? Nothing specific per se.
It's just
It's not the brand loyalty. It's basically the functionality of this phone.
yeah.
It's still the best. iPhone gave us their iPhone 16.
Yeah.
They still couldn't beat this thing. Functionality-wise, they still couldn't beat this thing.
No.
So what I'm trying to say is that you are forced. Here's a story. Ne? Remember I said I wanted to buy the Sportage.
Yeah.
Oof, that car. But I actually came to a realization that I don't afford the car.
You don't afford.
If I were to show you my payslip, you'd be like, but you afford them. But I was like, nah.
Yeah.
There was a video, I came across this specific video where this person break down affordability, especially in vehicles.
Yeah.
This person was like, if you earn 40,000 Rand, you basically afford a vehicle, an entry level. At 40,000 Rand, this person was saying, in reality, you afford an entry level vehicle. It is then that I realized I don't afford this car. And one of the easiest thing, as we conclude this conversation, one of the easiest thing that I saw was that one of the blind spot, basically, was that we don't look at this and say, okay, like you were saying, the car, the Kia Sportage was around 800 and something Rand. So the possibilities is that I would have bought either the one at 800,000, 800 something thousand, or 700,000. Because the entry level one was not pleasing. I wanted something that will accommodate two things. One, it must look flashy. Two, when I come out of that car in a meeting, it must command respect.
Yeah.
So that car had all of these things in one. It's still, that car. Oh. Even when you get inside, it's like we're sitting in an aeroplane. The gear as well, design, the interior, man. Everything in that car says, you know what, I'm well designed, but overpriced.
True.
The Chinese will say, we'll do the same thing, but charge you appropriately.
Actually.
So now, I didn't realize it was then. I didn't get the car, but I don't regret the decision of not having the car till today. Now that I have the knowledge that I have, affordability is the ability to understand that even if I were to afford this car, insurance and everything, but here's this last aspect that killed me. You pay probably 30,000 rand because the estimated installment was 13 to 14,000 rand. So depending on your credit record and your interest rate, let's assume they give it to you at 16,000 rand. Then you calculate the insurance. Obviously, because I live around Sentin. So they will give me a better insurance because of safety. And also my license is old. So they'll give me a better insurance, better premiums. But however, when I was calculating everything, I actually realized that I'll possibly spend around 25,000 a month when you calculate the expenditures in this vehicle.
True.
That 25,000 rand does not necessarily include the possibility of having a maybe there was a tire burst.
Brake pads, whatever.
Doesn't include all of those
that,
things.
When
you start calculating all of those things, you say 30,000 rand now.
But later, it's more.
But let's assume start with 25. But when you add those things, you say 30 now.
30,000.
So you say, guys, I'm paying 30,000 rand for a vehicle. Nah.
Doesn't make sense.
Doesn't make sense. The last part, it killed me. When this person said, you don't want to pay a vehicle and you feel like all of my money is gone. I don't have money for happiness. I don't have money. I can't afford anything once I've paid the vehicle.
True.
That's that. Just right there. After he said that, I was like, thank you. Kia and this. Forgive me.
Exactly. Because that's something people don't really think about. It's like, I'm going to get a M340i. It's great. A BMW LCI M340i. Get that, pay 18,000, petrol, insurance, car tracker. Boom, you're almost paying 25,000 rand a month. Running costs, everything. Now it's 25K. But now you're looking at your salary is 50,000 after tax. And then now, so half of your salary is gone. Boom. Then you have a house. Then you have your own, cosmetics. You want to go buy new clothes. Hey, this thing is old. Hey, I need new shoes. Hey, I want to travel here. Hey, my girlfriend. Oh, my wife. Hey, this. By the end of the month, that 50,000 for that M340i, how much do you have left with your lifestyle as well? Going out and all these things. How much do you have left? Probably 5,000, 3,000 rand. Some people, it's a lot of money. But to you at your level, it's like, no, it's a red flag. Now there's all these sirens like, tin, tin, tin. No, I need to do something. I need to sort out something. But there's hundreds of people out there that strangle themselves.
Those are my worry. That's exactly my worry. Because you know what? If you live in where I live, you have this type of phones. You drive
a very fancy car.
There is an expectation. When it's even better, the phone is even better because it can be in my pocket. You wouldn't see it. It's even better with my phone. But if I come out of a vehicle that is expensive, the expectation is even the way I dress. The way I talk, the phone I'm using, the restaurant I visit. Like everything now people consider everything that I do, where I go, with the food I eat and everything. So you're like, is it really worth it? I looked around in my estate, actually realized people are driving simple cars. Most of the people are driving simple cars. And I'm looking at the fact that why are we living in an estate because where I live, the estate, the qualification criteria is that you need to earn a net of 24.
Yeah.
Net of 24.
To afford there.
To afford to live there. So I looked at that and I'm like, why are people driving simple cars? But if you're looking at the net, it says people should be driving
this kind of cars.
Yes.
But they're not.
Which
is something that, especially if you go to Cape Town itself, Sea Point, Camps Bay, Clifton, Bantry Bay, I'd name all of them. But anyways, so those kind of areas, your VNA, your Centurion, and those places, especially Clifton. If you drive around Clifton, go drive. If you have the opportunity, go drive around Clifton, Camps Bay, and Sea Point as well. If you have the opportunity in Western Cape, in Cape Town, go drive those areas. Most people that stay there, they have properties worth north of 50 million, 30 million, 100 million. But then you look at the car that's parked outside, it doesn't match the property. And then you look at the demographic of people just the geographic of people that buy those kind of cars, or just demographic of people that buy those kind of cars, is what? White people. The thing is around black people per se. I would say that. I know it's very stereotypical, or maybe someone might think I'm racist. It's fine. But that's where the issue is, because sometimes as black people, we feel pressured in a way because, obviously apartheid and all those things that happened in our past. We feel like, I need to get the best car because now I'm earning 100,000, so I need to get an M4. I'm earning 100,000, I need to get a G63. I need to pay Naboma 35,000, 50,000 rand a month for a car that would be by the time month end is over, I have nothing left. I'm struggling now. I'm thinking, hey, how am I going to buy bread and things like that? So I would say that people must just stop strangling themselves over a car. The only thing you should strangle yourself over is a property, because a property tomorrow will wake up, you can sell it if you're like, hey, it's too much for me. Sell it for more money. The money comes back, you're happy, or you sell it for the very same price. Because a car, you buy it now, buy a nice Golf 8R, buy it today for 1 million. Tomorrow you sell it for 700,000. Then you're like, lost my money. You lost your money and there's nothing you can do. Now you want to buy another R1 million car, you must pitch up another 300,000. So you see, it's just like a thing of just people should stop strangling themselves. That's why I even made that video the other day about the Polo TSI, how expensive it is. And just the fact that you can get different options. There's better options out there. You don't have to strangle yourself with Polo. There's other options and fit your needs and all your needs in life better. But yeah, that's why people love the Fortuna, Land Cruiser and Prado and all of those cars. Because it's not just because they're not cheap. They're very expensive. Land Cruisers are very expensive. We all know that.
Very.
But the thing is because they do everything they need. They don't have to strangle themselves and worry and I'm going to get a G63 and I'll park it outside. You even see old Porsches in Clifton, Camps Bay, Sipon, all those places. You see an old Porsche, a Porsche from 2015. Look at the property, 100 million. Then you're like, why is this one driving this old Porsche? Why is there no Bugatti outside? Why is there no Ferrari? Why is there no something serious, something you can see with you? I want this person lives here, they drive this car. But the truth is, sometimes a car, you don't have to strangle yourself over. It's not the end of the world if you don't have what you want or can't get what you want. It's okay, get a car, move from point A to B. So it's like someone's going to come to your door and knock, go. Yeah, when are you drive a Polo? We see you drive a Polo. Who's going to do that? No one. Get yourself your nice Picanto, your i10, get your i20, get your Haval, get your Julian. Get your Jetos, your Omotas and Jaycos, your whatever, and get your Tucson, your BYDs, the Ford Figo, your Fiesta. Get what you want. Get what you can afford, what works for you, so that when you live your own life. Because the person next door, whether they are living their life, whether they can afford that M4, when you are there, strangle yourself, I'm not buying an M4, my neighbor's an M4, I'm not buying an M4. And M4 is killing you. When that other person is living, they're happy.
I know, Asifa. Yeah. Your last words, please. That's your camera.
Let's say anything.
Anything on your chest.
As someone who's getting into the space of content creation, talking about cars in the automotive space, I'd just love to say to people that a car should be something that you are happy to have, not necessarily because of what someone thinks or what your friend said or your partner, whatever, but something that you know every day that it's not going to stress you out. You're going to live freely, happily. You don't also have to go buy a car that is expensive just because of brand loyalty, especially people that are buying the Audi RS3. I'm sorry, if you're buying that car, the 2025 model, you're wasting your money. Get the 2024 model. But anyways, you don't have to go overboard and buy a highly expensive car. Get something that you know will fit your needs, make you happy, something that you know tomorrow when it has a problem, you can fix it. When you know something that when tomorrow you need to spend a bit more on it, or more petrol, or your insurance is going up because of XYZ reasons, whatever that may be. Get a car that accommodates you, your needs, and your wants as well. But needs are more important than wants. So your needs accommodate you, and build a profile around yourself when you're buying your next car, so that you know, hey, whatever I'm getting, I keep it for the next 5 to 10 years. Because it's very important. When you buy a car, you don't just buy it because tomorrow when I get rid of it, especially as average consumers. I'm not talking about the ones that buy Boma Ferrari. I'm talking about you and I, the ones that are driving a pole. Those people. Get a car that you know go to tomorrow. You'll be happy with it. In 5 years' time, you'll be happy with it. It will give you less problems. The less problems you have with your car, the more you enjoy your life and do more other things. And that's my chat. Keep watching my content, and yeah.
Well, one of your content that I enjoyed, it actually surprised me was when you said, when you compared Mercedes G-Wagon versus
that conversation.
G-Wagon versus what's this car? Famous car.
Bentley.
Yes. You showed me something that day that I didn't think of. Basically, this is what he said. Go on his TikTok.
Yeah,
I'll try and link. I'm gonna ask him to send me his link, so I'll put it in the video description below. So he did a comparison there to say, why are people buying G-Wagon instead of a Bentley? Actually, the Bentley is cheaper, but it gives you more. The G-Wagon is expensive, and it gives you less. For a moment, I was stuck, because if I were to be given 4 million, 5 million, and I'm asked to buy a car, definitely the G-Wagon. But that conversation left me thinking, and I realized that we don't buy the G-Wagon because really the G-Wagon has got some fancy things in it. We buy the G-Wagon because of status. There's nothing else. In fact, G-Wagon is ugly, to be quite honest. G-Wagon is ugly.
A lot of people are angry.
Yeah. Guys, G-Wagon is ugly. Let's face the truth. The only difference with G-Wagon, they knew how to market that car.
Yeah.
That car is associated with status. So that's the reason why we're buying that car. We are actually buying status, not necessarily the beauty of that car. So when there are cheaper options, the reason we don't opt for them, even when cheaper options gives us more, it is simply because we associate the G-Wagon with status. That's it.
That's it, yeah.
That's really not. So you get those challenging reviews. So for me, that was one of the most challenging review I've ever seen. And it was my first time seeing a person comparing that. And it challenged me, and from that day, I really acknowledged that the reason I would buy the G-Wagon has nothing to do with what it gives me. It has everything to do with the status. Nothing more, nothing less. So that's one of the content that you will find when you go into his content.
Yeah.
Other than that, it has been a great pleasure.
Thank you.
A simple conversation that I think it lasted over 2 hours. I'm not sure. I meant to take us to probably 1 hour and something.
Yeah.
I don't know, but I think it's
2
somewhere
hours
around 2 hours right now. But okay, yeah. Nevertheless, we'll revisit this conversation probably next year, first quarter or so.
Yeah.
Let's look at the development in this country. We'll just look at the development and revisit this conversation. I would like us to come back, probably the Chinese would have given us something by then. There would
yeah.
be something concrete to talk about
About,
so
yeah.
far as those Chinese brands are concerned. And also, I think people would have asked questions, and there would be questions by then that will need to come and answer. So for that, let me close it here with the hope that we shall see each other next year. So you heard it.
Yeah.
We will see each other next year.
Yes.
God's willingly, if we're still alive and everything is still intact, our property is still there, studio is still there. You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
We'll see each other next year.